There we go. There I am. I'm unmuted again. Hey, yeah, hello. How's everybody doing? Let me get... Actually, I've been building a playlist for Strem.
Or Screm. I can Screm.
Let's see. Is that coming up?
Audio cut off.
Oh, boy. Whoa, smooth with the mic quality.
Yeah, okay, so, rather than my normal setup, as it has been blatantly made clear, me and Kier are dating, and I am currently at her house this evening. Yep. So I'm using her mic and setup.
Yep. So we got 2-for-1 special.
Rather than my standard headset.
Yeah, we got 2-for-1 special with these two. Aw, that's sweet. I agree. Okay, so
she will also be participating, though she is kind of tired, so her participation will be via chat for the most part.
For the most part.
You might hear her say some things back to me every now and again. Love.
Love.
I also hope the music is coming in okay. Alright, but yeah, no. I guess it's blatantly apparent that all of us are passing fans of Pokemon. Dom, I committed to the bit and finally bought games for the purpose of stream. Ooh! Tax write-offs. I got a really good deal. Okay. Hey, that's entirely fair. I recently dumped a decent chunk of change on picking up some new games as well. Are we committing tax evasion? It's an obligation, Virgil. GameStop had a deal: buy 4 pre-owned games under $10.
Ooh.
Don't you say that in front of me. Don't you say that in front of me with my wallet.
It might be a store by store.
It might be.
It's probably.
Sarah, thank you very much for the resub. 2 months, and same to you, Citron. That is.
Yeah, listen, we can save using the VTubing name until after I get a model set up or like a PNG setup. It's something to get used to, but until there's a consistent face to the name, we can.
At least a Fugi for right now. But yeah, thank you very much for this. Holy shit, we've hit our sub goal.
Oh my god.
I've got Uncharted 4, PSVR Worlds, Mortal Kombat X, and Jackbox 7.
Like we've got 10 subs. Like in total. Jacob has 10 subs. That was his first like milestone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing for that.
Yeah, now Dom, you have plans to make.
Oh shit. Responsibility's been handed into the Piccolo. It's my stream. You know what?
Or I throw this man head first in the Crab Champions Gauntlet.
You know what? We could do that. There's a bunch of options on what we could do.
There's a lot of options we could do. Right. The only reason I make the joke about Crab Champions is because I have been playing that game nonstop. It's obnoxiously fun and addictive.
The den of giant enemy crab.
You do fight a lot of giant enemy crabs. The issue is that you are also a crab.
Krabby's angry today. Speaking of that,
the tricky bit from there is that your crab has a gun,
which makes everything better. All right, so So we're rating all the Pokemon today, and this is all of them. Alternate
All
forms,
of them.
regional variants, all Gigantamax forms, Mega Evolutions, all the way down to Pecharunt. All 1,000 of the little guys. So the three of us got. Is this a bad
Three of us
idea?
got our work cut out for us.
What was that?
Honestly, knowing that a species does not necessarily count as a spoiler as far as like what it does in story. So you should probably be fine, Oob.
And besides, it'll probably be a while before we get down to the end, so you're good.
We might not even get there tonight. Or like this might be a two-parter.
It may be three.
There is a non-zero chance of this ending up being a two-parter at some point.
Diglett better be S. We'll get to Diglett, both versions.
We'll get to the Diggy boys.
Might have damaged something. I might. Oob, my dude, that's not good. I mean, I woke up with bruises today anyway, so I can't exactly say much. But no idea how I got them, but they're there. All right, I'm gonna turn the music up just a smidge. All right.
You might have a stiff neck there, Oob.
Yeah. It might just be that. All right. So, shall we get started? Should we start with number one and just go in numerical order?
Give Kiri a second. She's not.
Oh,
she's not in chat yet.
I thought she was. I thought she was just munching on food.
No, she's just like everything's just done and it's getting plated.
Granted, I woke up one day from a bad dream, panic, and just twisted really. Yeah, that just sounds like you might have pulled a muscle or like smooth said, like
yeah,
like
do it.
Like a stiff neck. So that absolutely would do it.
Emoticon. I'm sorry if you hear me just say something completely out of pocket with no context. Understand that it's likely me just like turning around and saying something to Kier.
That isn't a.
Oh boy, more points I can spend to force you to hydrate, stretch, and posture check.
You are a bastard, man.
That's what I do.
Nah, guys, my neck just became a sort of thing of silly string. Y'all, should I watch Ponyo while this stream goes on? Yes, Ponyo is adorable.
Ponyo's a great movie. Hey, put him back. No. Put him back. We're not there yet. Put him back.
It's where he belongs, god damn it.
Put him back. We're not there to him yet.
Okay, fine. I'll do it later. Aw.
Don't think you could fucking sneak that past me, boy.
I thought I'd be a little funny, a little cheeky. So, I don't think there's any like real particular thing that we're rating these Pokemon. I think we're just rating them off of vibes and vibes alone.
It's just vibes, how much we personally like them.
I know that there's one that I'm going to be particular about, but we'll get to them later on. That's not till Unova.
Oh, mine's not till Hoenn.
We'll get to there. We'll get there sooner or later. Can y'all let me guess our first certain Pokemon if we make it that far, aka rank it? I mean, I can gladly.
We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
Definitely.
Don't want to give a definitive just yet.
I'm just also taking. I just also want to take a look through it all, just because I keep forgetting that some of these Pokemon like exist. Like I keep forgetting like G-Max Meowth exists.
Oh, I know that one like by heart because that was like the money-making tool pre-DLC of Sword and Shield.
Yeah. Specifically, Pokedex number 39. 39. What's 39?
I'm blanking on 39. Oh gosh. All the forms aren't helping.
25, 26, 27, 28. Wigglytuff? Barbarical Boy is weird number. I just looked it up.
Jigglypuff?
Ugh. Entirely fair.
Well, you ready, love? Kira just gave the thumbs up on her end.
Alright, let's go back up to the top. Alright. So. First boy number 1. Bulba.
Alright, so,
Guys,
I have opinions.
I know you have opinions.
I also have a plushie of this little guy right next to my monitor at all times. Send that man straight to the S tier where he belongs.
I mean, okay, look, I'm with everybody on this. Bulba's good. Bulba is just good boy. He they are friend-shaped. They good, they strong, they get plenty of love and support. Arguably the strongest of the 3 Kanto starters, arguably. Just good boy. They deserve S.
Charizard would like to beg to differ on that one.
As soon as I said that, I saw the viewer count drop dramatically. I'm okay with it. I'll take... Charizard's the most popular. I think Venusaur, like, just has a lot of strength. Like, the Bulbasaur line has a lot of strength to it. It deserves, yet somehow does not get the love from Game Freak. Yeah, that's about right. Ivysaur.
See, I hope you understand that my personal bias would just have the entire line in S tier, but I know that that's not right.
Like, if I had to put it in my own personal spot, I'm giving it an A just because, honestly, a lot of the middle stages are just kind of, they're the awkward teenager phase. Oh, like, for a lot of Pokemon. Like, B is the lowest I'd be willing to go to throw Ivy.
Fair enough. Ivy does also have a pretty damn strong showing in Smash Brothers.
Ivy does. Hey, man, you don't have to call me out. Oh, man, I'm the awkward teenager phase. We love you.
Hey, you're getting through it. You'll hit level 36 eventually.
Exactly. Alright. So, Ivy and A. I think this feels like a good spot for it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Alright. Alright, now big boy. Venusaur.
Once more, my biases are, you know, I've already stated my bias.
I know what your bias is. Okay,
I want to hear your thoughts on this boy, because we all know my thoughts.
I just hear snacking and munching.
Yeah, sorry, me and Kira are eating dinner.
Yeah, you guys are good. Like, on the one hand, I like Venusaur. I like him a lot. So that automatically gets them A tier. And if it was not for the fact that they just kind of had, like, a funky look throughout Gens 6 through 8, I think they'd only... I might have knocked them down to B tier, but Gen 9 has given them, like, a really nice model, so... A?
Yeah, that's a good, like, middle ground for it.
Now the next big question, do we want to do the Megas and G-Maxes separate? Or do we just
That
wait?
might be a good idea.
Probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so how do we feel about Mega Venusaur?
I thought you meant like save them for later.
No, I meant like, should we do the G-Max Venusaur could have been so much better, be not as good as the Mega. I'm with Kier on that. I think G-Max Venusaur is, as a design, kind of underwhelming compared to the Mega.
Yeah, the Mega Venusaur is a lot cooler of a design than G-Max Vena.
The question becomes: is Mega Venusaur better than regular Venusaur in terms of design?
I'd say put it on par.
Yeah. And then, yeah, like we said, G-Max Venusaur is just kind of... it just doesn't have the same kind of vibe. He just looks high. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I like the brighter tones that Mega Venusaur had.
Also, chat, I'm just going to be honest. Be prepared. There's going to be a lot of S, A's, and B's. I don't know how many C's and D's we're going to be handing out.
Who knows? Now we got a little Charmander. Char's an A because he looks cute.
He is a friend. Charmander is a friend.
He is a good friend. I'll give some D tiers. I have at least one D tier in mind. But we'll save that for later.
Yeah, I have one too, but we'll get there.
Alright, Charmeleon. I don't vibe with Charmeleon as much as others.
Yeah, honestly, Charmeleon is kind of like the... I don't know. It seems like the most generic of the middle stages out of the Kantos trio.
Yeah. And it just kind of is. And then we have... oh, God. Game Freak's love child. Oh boy. So I have some personal biases toward... I have some personal feelings towards Charizard, which is very apparent, which I've made clear over years, but...
See, I've grown past my biases against it, and I recognize that it's a pretty dang good, like, cool Pokemon. Like, it's neat. It has a strong design, it's got strong stats and strong typing.
I like them, but I hate how they get everything. Like, Charizard gets a lot of love from Game Freak, and like, it's a solid design. I'll never not deny that. But it does...
The anime made some decisions and basically made Charizard just a whole lot more popular than they probably meant for it to be, and now they're just sort of taking it and running with it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, B is about as high as I'd be willing to give it my own personal self.
That's fair.
It's a strong Pokemon. And I think it being in B is like a nice, solid spot for it.
Yeah.
I like Blue Charizard better than Skinny Charizard.
Yeah, I was about to say, Charizard X just looks way cooler than Charizard Y.
Charizard X is just it for me. Maybe it's just the fact of like the Pokemon Generations little mini series.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Kier?
Question. Could you only get Charizard X in X game? Yes.
No.
Like, you only got the Mega Stone naturally in game, but like later on you could pick up both, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, so basically in Pokemon X, you would be able to get the Charizard X for free. If you chose Charmander as your starter, if you chose Y, you would get Charizard Y. I believe you still need to trade it over to get the X Stone in Y. However, in I believe Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and Sun Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, you can just get both Mega Stones regardless of your version.
Basically, same thing for Mewtwo. All right. Charizard Y. I think it's a C.
I think that's a C.
A C?
Yeah. Or no, I meant like a little. Oh, I thought I don't know why I said C. I personally would say it's B, but if y'all want to put it in C, that's fine.
Like, I'm fine with it being in B. Like, it's a nice, like, with no pun intended, a nice evolution to Charizard. But it's not as good as X, in my opinion.
Yeah. Gigantamax Charizard, however, I am fine with putting in C.
Yeah, I think G-Max Charizard, it doesn't do much.
It's cool, but quite frankly, I question its necessity to exist.
Yeah, like, it really didn't need to be there, but it's there. Squirtle.
Also, I'm not really a big fan of the whole you took his wings off.
Like, yeah, now the fire wings are cool. It's a cool idea. I'll never not say wings made of element here are a bad idea, but on Charizard, it just doesn't feel right.
The fire wings look too small for the body.
Yeah. Squirtle A. Honestly, I'd almost put Squirtle in S. I think it's a really solid design and just they baby. What are you thinking, Smooth? You're a tiebreaker here.
See, I think I gotta put it in A just because I'm gonna be real. Squirtle's line is my least favorite of the Kanto starters. I love all of them, but it's my least favorite of the trio.
We love all the starters in this household. Unfortunately, somebody when it comes to ranking them has to be dead last, and unfortunately...
For me, Squirtle is that position, but that's mainly just because I've had really bad luck using it in-game.
Yeah. He a turtle with a gun. He is.
He is, and it's wonderful.
Wartortle, on the other hand, I think is a really solid middle stage design for a Pokemon.
It is.
It's got decent... It's still... Like, it's got... It's just good. I think it's good. I think it's, you know... I think it rivals Squirtle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No. Tekken 7 has a VR mode? Why the hell does Tekken 7 have a VR mode?
Why does the fighting game have a VR mode? That seems odd.
Like, I understand, like, Persona, 3 and 5 having a dancing... Like, their dancing games having a VR mode, because that just makes some sort of sense to me.
They have a VR mode?
Yes, they have a VR mode!
Weird.
Persona 3 Dancing Moonlight and Persona 5 Dancing Star Knight have a VR mode. It's weird. But, yeah, no, I think Wartortle is a good, solid A design, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's just... I also just like the tail, like the swirly tail, like the little head feathers that it has.
Yeah.
And it's a PSVR 1 mode. Really? That's funky. Okay, Blastoise.
Blastoise is just cool. Turtle with cannons. Like, it's just cool.
Entirely fair. Me personally, Wartortle's an S. I got the plus extra nice. Yeah, no, oh, wrong one. Yeah, no, I think Blastoise is just a solid design and just good Pokemon all around. Again, turtle with gun. Alright, Mega Blastoise. If this is me, this is an immediate S tier because big cannon.
I do like... See, for me, I feel like it's more of a B, just because I feel like out of the starter megas, it's probably my least favorite design-wise. However, it is still a strong design. It's still very fun. I enjoy it. So I'm willing to let you have reign on this one.
Mega Blast is better than Gigantamax, by the way. Again, I think that's the case because like all the G Maxes are just they're trying to be over designed. They're a little too over designed. I think the Megas just strike it just
like
right.
Giving Blastoise 2 tiny cannons on its arms and 1 big one on its back is a fun design. Making its entire back guns. Now you're looking at Gundramon from Digimon levels of firepower.
Gundramon is such a fucking design. It's a design.
It is a design. It's literally just a dragon made out of guns.
Yeah. I think.
And while I do like G-Max Blastoise quite a bit, I do kind of feel like it is a bit much.
It's unnecessary. Digimon in my Pokemon, more likely than you think. Yeah, no, I think...
When I'm around, it's nearly a guarantee.
I'd almost say, like, G-Max.
I'd put it in a B, honestly.
In B?
That's my thoughts, honestly.
Yeah.
But if you want to put it in C, you can. Like, this is your list. This is primarily your list. Me and Kier are just here to sort of advise and give our 2 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to throw it in C because as much as I like more gun, this is a case where sometimes you gotta use a little less gun. I'm kind of feeling B, but Giganta A. Honestly, if this is me personally, and just my own opinion, Caterpie's an S tier.
He's just a little friend.
It is a perfect little friend, and for one of the very first bug-type Pokemon that you find, I think it's a nice introduction. Because they're not too hyper-aggressive, and they're not too, like, unsavory, I guess is the term.
They're shaped like a friend.
They're shaped like a friend. Metapod.
I'm kind of willing to put that in like in a B or a C.
Metapod deserves a B, I think. Like,
yeah.
Outside of just Metapod use Hearten memes, Metapod's like just a nice little, like, it feels design-wise like a little bit of an off-brand, not as like cohesive with like the final evolution, but I still think it fits.
When does but a Monarch butterfly doesn't necessarily is bright orange and they come out of a green chrysalis, so.
Yeah. And speaking of butterflies, Butterfree.
Yeah.
I think Butterfree goes in A. I think it's just... There's a lot of nostalgia for Butterfree, in my opinion, and Butterfree is just a nice, solid design.
It is.
G-Max
And now we have Mothra. I'm a kaiju fan. I have to, by law, put them in one of the higher tiers. Hi, Mothra.
G-Max Butterfree just looks good and is a nice, perfect, like... It almost feels like this would be a perfect evolution for it if Pokemon decide to do 4th evolutions. Will they? No, but I think it fits. I'm also going to trophy kind on Terraria PS4. Good luck, my dude. Terraria is funky on console.
Boy.
I love that.
Oh, send that little bugger to S tier. He deserves it. He's a friend.
Yeah, no, I like Weedle a lot too. Weedle deserves it. Love that game. Terraria is good. Terraria is great. I will never not say that.
I actually have a shiny Weedle, like I caught just in the middle of a Pokemon Crystal playthrough. And luckily, since it's a Virtual Console Crystal, I can send it up. And I fully intend to.
I think twice on Switch and once on 3DS. I know I know Terraria right now. I want to do a redo playthrough of that because due to unfortunate music playlist choices, a lot of it is copyright and like blocked on YouTube. So my first full by myself playthrough of Terraria is dead, and I do kind of want to fix that at some point. So Jad, that might be a thing in the future. Actually, I know it's for sure in the future because oh god, I feel so bad for shit going on. But that's Oh, here for Pokemon. Kakuna. Look, if I rank Metapod as B, Kakuna goes right next to it.
Yeah.
They are a package deal.
And I feel like the same sort of deal with Beedrill and Butterfree, honestly.
So, yeah, no, Beedrill, I think Beedrill and Mega Beedrill kind of deserve to go in A because they're just solid designs.
Literally, Beedrill is my favorite Mega besides Mega Venusaur. So if Mega Vena is in the same, like, and I like it about as much as Mega Vena, so yeah, A tier's about right.
Like, Beedrill, I think, will forever be a solid design in my head, and then Mega Beedrill. I don't know who decided to give this thing 5 freaking stingers. But they're a madman and a genius, and I want them to get a pay raise. Pidgey.
Like, okay, go on. Can I? Before we go on to Pidgey, I just want to say one last thing about Mega Beedrill.
Yeah.
Intercontinental Ballistics Missile.
Jesus Christ. God damn it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, no, Pidgey.
One moment.
Oh. I guess we'll wait for Smooth. This is just solely me.
My apologies for that.
Mega Evolution, we're peak Pokemon. Yeah, no, I agree.
Megas were really cool. I do kind of wish they brought them back,
Like,
but I understand that they were unhealthy as hell for the competitive community, for like the game as a competitive thing. Like, for some Pokemon, their Megas were very healthy for the metagame. For others, less so.
Like, I think Megas work best when they give underrated Pokemon. When either they give Pokemon new playstyles or they give underrated Pokemon new life in competitive. I think a great example of that is Mawile. Because
yeah, honestly,
even before, like, who was using Mawile? But when you give Mawile their Mega Evolution, oh my god, Mawile suddenly has merit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Megas, I agree. Megas were used best on Pokemon that could, they needed that stat boost. They needed that just raw power boost to get back into the game, as it were. Like Mega Beedrill, that's one of the reasons why I love it.
Yeah. Pidgey.
He's just a little guy.
Like, I know it's the OG starter bird, but like...
I'm thinking we could probably put them as a solid B.
Like, a solid B is about the highest I'd be willing to give them. Like, they're good, they have a great function, they are literally the first bird Pokemon that you're going to encounter, but
Unless you somehow find only Rattatas until you get to that one side route that gives you Spearows instead.
Yeah, but even then. Pidgeot.
Pidgeotto.
I keep doing that for some stupid reason. Pidgeotto. Honestly, I think the accents with the red on it make it far more...
Yeah, the red and yellow accents make its design a lot stronger than base Pidgey.
And I just think, like, even with, like, Did you know how big Pidgey gets? Not off the top of my head, I don't remember how big Pidgey gets. I can remember types and a decent chunk of the moves that Pokemon get, but, like, sizes and weights are not one thing I commit to memory. But, he massive. Like, I'm gonna look that up real quick, because I am genuinely, like, unsure. Especially if you Mega Evolve them. Let me pull up Bulbapedia. So, regular Pidgey's about a foot tall, then we go to Pidgeotto. And they are 3'7"? And then Pidgeot is... The hell you mean Mega Pidgeot is 7'3"? No, that don't fucking fly. What the fuck? This bird right here is 7'3"? Okay. Pidgeotto, I think, just even with vibes alone, I think is a solid A.
Yeah.
They are a fucking tall bird. Okay, how about Pidgeot? Honestly,
Pidgeot. I do like Pidgeot quite a bit, but
I usually end up loving Pidgeot with Pidgey in terms of how much I care about them. I have more emotional attachment to Pidgeotto. Personally.
it's more than fair.
Mega Pidgeot, on the other hand. This is a bird. It is a damn good bird, and one of the Pokemon, and I think that was in Oras, that I think was a Mega Pokemon that was warranted to be made.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we have our top percentage boy. Tekken 7 is done selling. Oh boy. So what do we feel about Rattata?
I like the rat. I enjoy the rat.
The rat is good. The rat just has some vibes to him. They're never usually my first pick. But I like Rattata. I like Rattata a lot. Not as much as I would like some of the A tiers, but like it's definitely like a solid. It definitely deserves a solid B. Now a Alolan Rattata. It kind of feels on the same vibe, same wavelength. Even though you murdered the rat in the first game without a second thought. Oh, God. I keep hearing that all the time. I know it's like, probably not what they intended, but God, does it make back from that nice. I know it's not. I don't think it was the dev's intention to make you think that you murdered Blue's Rattata, but
you don't. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Blue as a written character. He is constantly looking for stronger Pokemon to put onto his team. Raticate, being a definitively kind of lower tier mon, is something he would naturally box to bring something stronger on the team if he found something stronger.
But honestly, the story implications of you accidentally doing that to his rat, and then him absolutely being like hell-bent on getting beyond you, I think makes for a very interesting. I think that's even like a plot point, like that. I forget the name of it. Like Story of Champions, like fan manga. I very much enjoy it. Going to turn my phone, it's gonna die, so I'm gonna delete stream. Put your phone on the charge and just come back whenever you're done eating, man. We'll be here. We're gonna be here for a while. Okay. Raticate. How do we feel about the big rat?
I enjoy Big Rat.
Who makes all of the rules. It would make sense because he's randomly in the Tower of the Dead. Yeah, he is in Lavender Tower. I usually put I can't really separate Rattata from Raticate in most cases. Me personally, I think Alolan Raticate is like the best to design out of all four of them. He's just a fat lad. I love him. I don't think that place. That's a place to vibe in. Yeah, no. It might also be just like what Smooth said, like him hunting for stronger Pokemon because ghosts are like relatively uncommon. But I can see that. Oh boy, Fearow.
Spearow and Fearow. I like these birds.
I
honestly.
I do like them. I do like them a lot more than Pidgey and Pidgeot, I will admit. Fear. Great and powerful. Fear. I think they're an easy A-rank Pokemon. I think they got some pretty strong moves to them, and they're fairly respectable.
Yeah.
They're definitely the birds that I end up running if I ever do a Gen 1 run, because I like Pidgey, but I think Fearow just does better work. And now we have the snake.
Snake. Ooh, it's the snake.
Snake eater. I will admit, I'm not the biggest fan of Ekans. I like Arbok a lot more, but I'm not a big Ekans person. I think Ekans feels like a C to me. Snake and Cobra. Yeah, that is a thing, that it is just Snake and Cobra backwards. But, I feel confident throwing Ekans into a C, and then Arbok. Arbok, I think, deserves B. Like, it's still it's not exactly what I consider a massively stellar Pokemon in terms of combative capabilities, but I think it's a good Pokemon just in general for its design.
Fair enough.
We got the mascot boys.
Here, it's your boy.
Okay, I'm coming over.
Yep. She's taking the mic. Give her a second.
They both, they always poison me on first hit. That's entirely fair. And we got Kiradov on mic.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're coming in loud and clear.
Very good. All right. So the thing is, personally, objectively, Pikachu is an A tier. Okay. Now I say this with all of the love that I have for Pikachu being my first character, like ever to introduce me to Pokemon. The first card I ever got was a Pikachu, and I had Pokemon Yellow as my first game. I love Pikachu with all of my soul and being, but objectively, he is an A tier.
Honestly, yeah, no, I have to agree with Kira on that. Like, Pikachu is fantastic, it's a solid design, it is the mascot and the face of the franchise for a reason.
Now, Gigantamax Pikachu, S tier. S tier. He brings us back to our roots of fat Pikachu.
He chunky. Yeah, no,
He chunky.
I absolutely agree with Kira on this.
Mm-hmm. On honestly, Raichu, like Cantonian Raichu, I feel like it's a B. And well, no, see the thing is, I'm hit or miss because I feel like the concept of a Alolan Raichu is nice, but I feel like making him rounder just felt weird. So part of me is like, is Alolan Raichu a B tier and Cantonian an A tier? I don't know, because I don't want to put them down into a C. Yeah, but like, they're good, but they could have been better.
Honestly, I would put him in A because I had a level A, B, Pikachu, and X and Y.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, no, again, like, Pikachu is the mascot of the franchise for a reason, because they're just a solid design. They hit the right chord. honestly,
Let's do Raichu A then, and then Alolan Raichu as a B, because he could have been better.
I don't know.
But then again, you're in charge of the stream. I will let you take the reins. I will now pass back smooth. Here you go.
I want to hear slander on Eevee. We'll get to Eevee. We'll get to the EVs, all of the EVs here soon. But honestly, I'm kind of content to put both Raichus in A. I just like Surfer Raichu. I am a sucker for Surfer Raichu.
That's fair.
Is just good boy in my brain.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
All my favorite Pokemon are in the Eevee area. All the Eevees are really good. Look, I don't think there's gonna be an Eevee that's gonna be any lower than a B. And if there is, I'm gonna be very concerned. But so we got the Sand family next. Cantonian Sandslash.
I don't think you said that right.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Anyway, Sandshrew, I just that was simply the best shine. We'll get to Umbreon once we're in Johto. We'll get there. Sandshrew, however, I gotta give it a B. Like, it's solid. I think it's like one of the more iconic ground Pokemon just in general. It's just good. Not great, but it's definitely good. Now, Alolan Sandshrew, on the other hand, I like the igloo design. They baby.
Yeah, they are, and they become a little curling stone.
I am a sucker. I don't think Ice-type Pokemon get enough love. That's me. And I think they have like some really neat designs, and Alolan Sandshrew just exemplifies that, of just being, it's a good Pokemon, it has a wonderful design. It just, oh god, I love it. Now Sandslash, on the other hand, in the past, I've run Sandslash all the time. They're strong, they do good work. I can't put either Sandslash as lower than an A. And honestly, outside of it, like, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, for me personally, like, I'm gonna give Alolan Sandslash an S. Just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just clicks for me. It just, the design, the stance, the typing, it's just good to me. It's just good being in, just, I want to give it a hug and be friend with it.
Yeah.
Alright, the Niddos. It almost seems right to do Nidoran male and Nidoran female together as a package duo.
Yeah.
And I'll be completely open and honest, I think the Nidoran males have a better design than the females. Although I like using Nidoqueen a lot more than Nidoking, I will admit. I don't like Queen because of her bra. Yeah, her like little bra is funky. Like, I think both of the baby Nidos deserve, like, B.
Yeah, I can put them there.
like, they're not bad. They'll never be bad Pokemon. Like, if you gave me a Nidoran, male or female, and told me to put this on my team, I would not have a single complaint. Nidorina and Nidorino, though. Honestly, I feel like kind of on the same par with their younger counterparts. Still solid designs. I still think, like, you know, they're still... I still think they have it good. But, like, I don't think they're as good as, I don't know, they're, like... I can't really put one above the other, because both of them are just such a good one. Jigglypuff is clearly an S tier. I know why you say that, my dude. But we'll get to Jigglypuff here in a moment. We'll get to Jiggles. I think Nidoqueen is gonna be our second like full seat here. That's not a temporary form. Just, I don't know, something about it, just don't hit it. Why is Jigglypuff clearly an S tier? Back when me and Damon Bard used to go to college, we played Smash Bros on 3DS, and they made Jigglypuff as one of their mains because Rest was such a absolutely a fucking wild move. And I think Nidoking... None compared to Vaporeon. Oh. Don't you dare put that fucking copy pasta here. Don't you dare. Okay. Back on topic. Clefairy.
I think Clefairy's cool. They were originally going to be the mascot instead of Pikachu.
Yeah, I know that, and I think even more recently they got the fairy type back in Gen 6.
They did. They are now pure fairy rather than pure normal.
Entirely fair. Jiggly and my boy Olimar. Respect the Olimar play. Clefairy, I think, is like a nice, like... Clefairy, I think, is like a perfect example of just a middle ground Pokemon, where it's like, this is a Pokemon that, like, has a good design, but isn't too outlandish or standoffish. It's not under-designed, but it's not over-designed. Love me some Olimar. Olimar's just good in Smash, and just... he's a good character. I like me Olimar. And honestly, I think kind of Clefable falls into the same... the same kind of caveat that, Clefairy does, where it's like, it's not over-designed, but it definitely is a good, solid design. Also, just metronome spam is just absolutely hilarious. One turn you could use Splash, the next turn you could use Harden, the third turn after that you could just use Roar of Time.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the Vulpixes.
I like Vulpix. It's a fun Pokemon. I've used it on plenty of teams. I have good memories of it.
I've used it on plenty of teams too. I just can't decide whether I want to throw it into... like, it's not like a horrid design. It's good stats, good Pokemon, and just good vibes. But I'm not sure if I want to let it be in B or just put it into A tier.
Yeah. Yeah, we could probably stick it in B.
Yeah, B's like a solid good choice. Alolan Vulpix, on the other hand... I'm showing my biases here.
That's fair.
I like the fluffy snow boy, the baby. I just the snow gets me every time. It's always gonna get me. Ninetales. I think Ninetales is a solid choice for another A tier. Like, just solid design, lovely coloration, good Pokemon. I think I have to give Alolan Vulpix Ninetales the same treatment because, again, solid design, great typing, and I just love its one Pokedex entry where it's like, it literally will escort travelers off the mountain because it wants to be left alone. It will get them off the mountain as soon as it physically can, and I feel that. Alolan Ninetales is just has them vibes to it. Jigglypuff. How do you feel about Jigglypuff?
See, I think it's a pretty strong design. I enjoy Jigglypuff. I've never actually used one on a team long term. Like, it's a neat Pokemon. God knows Smash Bros wouldn't be the same without it.
Yeah.
It's a fun little dude. I enjoy them. But I think I would put them at a solid B.
Personally, I hate Jigglypuff because of Smash Bros. That's entirely fair, Jad. Look, I've seen plenty of TikToks of people, just videos in general, people being absolutely disrespectful with Jigglypuff's arrest. I've seen the war. Honestly, for me personally, I can't give Jigglypuff anything lower than an A. It's a solid design, it's a nice vibe to it. I like being on the ground. Yeah, that's entirely fair. I like being on the ground too. And Jigglypuff meant to make sure that you get launched upward through sleep-powered velocity.
Fair.
And then for me, Wigglytuff's a solid C. I'll fuck up everyone with Fox. Fox is a good pick. I've never been good with Fox though. But Wigglytuff is, I think, a solid C. I'm not a big fan of Wigglytuff.
Yeah, I think C is probably a good call for them.
Like, I see where they're going with it, with the evolution. I don't know. I think Jigglypuff is the better design, and then it just kind of fumbles the ball a bit with Wiggly.
Yeah.
Alright. Zubat. I personally haven't... I actually have a strong... I've killed people with a combo of Fox Reflector and Jab. That is... entirely fair. Fox will do that, and Fox will be efficient at it. Scarily efficient. I think Zubat is, at the very least, a B tier. Like, I know it's like the, oh my god, get away from me, please, Pokemon. But, like, Zubat is fast, and, like, for what it is, it's a strong Pokemon.
Yeah.
I learned Fox in about 2 hours. That is very impressive, Jad. Holy shit. And then I kind of feel the same about Golbattler. They're a solid design, they're a great Pokemon. I think B just kind of fits them right. The mouth is a little weird, but like I'm fine with the mouth. They goofy. Oddish. Oddish Executor. Oddish Executor. I had that little bit from the Pokemon movie stuck in my head for months. Kirita saying a B for Oddish. I'm kind of... Yeah, Oddish is a solid B Pokemon again. It's nothing overly complicated, but it's not under-designed. Like, it gets across what it needs to. Yeah, no, I'm okay with Oddish being in B. Gloom, on the other hand, I'm kind of a little less fond of Gloom. Gloom's kind of funky. So I think C tier fits in. What about you, Smooth? How do you feel about Gloom?
Yeah, C's probably a good fit for Gloom. I think it's neat, but it's nothing like
It's
you know.
It's nothing out. It's not a star player, but it's not a bad design either.
Yeah.
Vileplume though. Just from the artwork alone, I think Vileplume's a solid A Pokemon. I like the look, I like the big flower, and all the artwork whenever it has like the flower like leaning over its head. I think that's just like a solid like little characterization for it. Oh. Hi Sarah. Oh, the library is open. Ooh. Very nice. Oh boy, Paris and Parasect.
I actually love these two.
I'm glad you do. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with them, both of them. Just the vibes I get from them, especially after Legends Arceus, is just the lowest. Yeah, no, nah. I'm dropping them in C. I don't get what they're so hyper aggressive about all the fucking time. C because of Legends Arceus. C, Sarah gets it. These two are a menace.
They are menaces to society, and that's why I love them. Parasect straight up can check Kyogre in the right scenario.
Yes, I know they can. And I really wish...
And you should fear them and respect them for such.
Entirely fair. I, however, am kind of sick and tired of just wanting to look around and all of a sudden I get frame checked by a fucking mushroom. That can only happen so many times before I finally get fed up. Okay. Venonat. I think Venonat.
I love Venonat. It's such a little guy.
I love Venonat too. They're a solid A spot.
They are one of the few bug-type Pokemon where it definitively looks like giving them a hug is a good idea.
I would love to give Venonat a hug. They are just good being. They deserve love.
Just look so fluffy. I love them. Venomoth's a menace, though.
Venomoth is a solid B, and that's as low as I'm willing to give it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they ever gave it a chance...
I love Venomoth, but, like, it's a menace. It's one of the few things that can baton pass Quiver Dance. That's disgusting.
just I will admit this might just be me, but I'm giving it a B because Venonat going into Venomoth just feels like a bit of weird cognitive dissonance when it comes to evolutions. Just it doesn't feel like these two are connected, but they are, and it just feels weird.
Well, you know what? A cat can turn into an angel in Digimon, so...
Yes, but that's Digimon, where all the evolution lines are connected in some regard. This isn't a family tree or a straight line. This is a line of bushes. Tell me I'm wrong.
Fair enough.
And that's nothing against Digimon. Digimon is entirely fun. It's just I'm not good at remembering the lines. Okay, Diglett. I'm gonna Diglett. Just because of
Diglett-dig, 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 Diglett-dig.
Trio. I'm taking the helm on this one.
Hey, Carrie. It's been about an hour since we've been streaming. Yep, it's time.
I hate you both. I hate you both.
But I'm on stream too, so I do the same.
Chad, don't you, Chad?
At the very least, I'm giving myself a bit of a stretch, and I know you're not, Jerry. Love.
All three of you go.
Up, it's time for ads. While ads are playing, I'm gonna, just so that I can, keep focus and not stare at one screen for
all of
stream, I'm gonna quickly grab my 3DS.
Go do
Allow
that.
Allow me a few moments.
Ads, never heard of them. Yeah, that subscriber badge helps. That subscriber helps. Oh boy. But yeah, no, I cannot put Diglett and Alolan Diglett any lower than S. They just... Look at them! Look at these two! Look at these two little nuggets. Simple, powerful, design, immaculate. They are the definition of good. And... really, their evolutions are equally on brand. They are equally there. It is just the same as the before, but more.
Trip on the way back.
More nugs, more faces, more hug capability, more hair.
I may or may not have just whacked myself in the nose with the headphones.
Good
Oops.
job there, mate.
Listen, this is a different headset than I'm going to be used to, okay?
Nah, you're fine. You're fine. But, I feel as though Diglett and Dugtrio's places have, no argument from you.
They're just some funny little guys. I enjoy them.
They're there. All
Feet.
right.
They have them. Feet.
They have them?
According to Mystery Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon's wild. Alright, now the Meowth triplets. I'm honestly very shocked that we didn't get a Paldean Meowth. Just get...
Honestly, same. I was fully expecting it, I'm gonna be real.
I love the fact that Meowth has, like, so many regional variants, and I'm here for it. Okay.
I kind of vibe with it, honestly.
Me personally...
Yeah, send that boy where he deserves.
I like the Meowths. The Meowths are good. Although, like, Galarian Meowth is, like, one of my favorite designs because he's so fucking feral.
This is a cat that has lost all of its brain cells.
It's the cat that's here exclusively for the violence, and I'm here for it. Alright, I think Alolan Meowth is the weakest of the three.
I'd have to say so, yeah.
Like, it's not... Like, it's still a good design, but it's the weakest of the three Meowths, and then, like... Yeah. Like, out of all of them, I would love to own a Galarian Meowth the most. Alright, and then our final Meowth, we have G-Max Meowth.
Long boy.
Yeah, I feel confident in being like, this is our best... Outside of Pikachu, this is our best Gigantamax yet.
Yeah, no, that is a long friend.
Speaking of that, did Meowth in Pokemon Journeys ever G-Max?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna ask, because that'd be a horrid opportunity for them to not G-Max.
He kind of lost control for a bit, if I'm remembering what I read online.
I'll have to watch that clip again after a certain bit, but alright, Persian. How are you feeling on Persian?
I'm thinking a solid B. It's an inoffensive design, but nothing too, like, ridiculous. But it's very helpful in the Let's Go games, because you can ride it and you go fucking fast as hell.
Yeah, no, I'm fair with that. It's a solid B. Garfield.
I was about, if you weren't gonna make a Garfield joke, I was.
It's just... No, I don't like I don't like Alolan Persian that much. Like, it's good, I get where they're going with it, but it's just, it's the face. It is
Field.
It looks like it swallowed a bee and it got stung in the cheek. It's just puffed up from it.
I kind of love it for that, but it is objectively a weaker design.
It is
face
just
version.
It is out of all three of the Meowth evolutions, it's the weakest of the three.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi. Listen, he's perpetually confused and in pain. I relate to him on multiple levels.
Look, the Psyduck in the Pokemon in the Detective Pikachu movie is one of my favorite characters. Because
Listen, that poor Psyduck has been through so much.
I just did it through the ringer. But I can't give Psyduck anything less than an A. I still regret not getting Smooth the Psyduck Build-A-Bear years ago. Maybe make another chance for it.
Maybe, but it was for the Detective Pikachu thing.
There might be a chance in the future. Golduck.
Maybe. I do like Golduck. I used a Golduck on a Heart Gold Soul Silver run, and I'm going to be honest, that thing joined the team pretty late, but oh my god, it carried like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. I just like Psyduck as a general Pokemon. It's just good.
It's just a good line.
It is now time for the Engi boys.
I love the Engi boys. I adore the Engi boys. They're easily my favorite fighting type family.
Mankey I feel like is a little weak in terms of the design.
Honestly, I love Mankey. I straight up had, like... I adore Mankey. But if you want to put him in B, more power to you.
Primeape, however, is getting A. He's just eternally fucking pissed, and I love that about him. He fought bureaucracy on his soul. Oh god.
The good boys.
Okay. I love the Growlithe line. They're just good.
I'm going to be honest, I kind of associate them with my first dog.
And that is entirely fair.
Especially a Alolan Arcanine.
You mean Hisuian?
Yeah, Hisuian. I'm dumb.
I'll be perfectly honest, as much as I love the original designs, which they are a solid B at the absolute worst of days, I like the Hisuian counterparts far better.
See, I adore all of them.
Oh, I do too. But if you set both down in front of me, I'm picking the Hisuian versions.
Entirely fair. Being said, place them as you see fit.
Yeah,
That'll do.
Yeah, I like Hisuian Arcanine better. I think the rock and just the design for it works so nice.
Yeah.
And then, again, don't get me wrong. Regular Cantonian Growlithe is still great, but I am a sucker for Hisuian Growlithe. Alright. I'm gonna say something controversial here. My favorite water type from the Kanto line. From the Kanto region.
You know what? No, that's not controversial at all.
I personally will... I cannot put Poliwag lower than a.
It's entirely fair. It's just a friend.
It is just a friend. And also because I just very much just...
Well, you know what? It's the favorite Pokemon of one of the creators of the franchise, so...
He's just a doofy little dude. I love Poliwhirl so much. It could have stopped at Poliwhirl, and me personally, would have been a happy man. I would have been happy.
But then we got Wrath.
And then Poliwrath just gets buffer and fucking pissed. Honestly, I think Poliwrath goes with Poliwag. Like, it's a fantastic design. It's a great Pokemon. I like Poliwhirl just too much.
Yeah, fair. Oh. Here. Abra time.
Yes.
Yep, this is one of yours. Yep. Give her a second.
I have to admit, this is not going how I thought it was going to.
I have lore about Kier and the Abra line.
Oh boy.
So I personally am fine wherever you place Abra. It's Kadabra that I have opinions on. Because back when I was playing my first ever playthrough of Pearl, I was trying to get a psychic type. I was futilely trying to get a psychic type. I don't even remember what gym it was before, but I was trying to get a psychic type. And when I finally caught a Kadabra, I was so ecstatic. And mind you, I'm a nicknamer. I'm a Pokemon nicknamer through and through. When I got that Kadabra, I named it all caps, I beat you. That was his name. And forever, that will be his name. Never once have I ever considered like going in and like changing his name, because it's just a mantra. The fact that I beat this Kadabra, finally I have caught it after so many attempts to get a psychic type, either Abra or Kadabra, whatever route it was in Pearl that you could get them in, etc. And then it was this mantra of, this Pokemon will defeat everyone. So I need you to know that that is his purpose in this world. So I think Kadabra's an A tier because he gave me PTSD and I love him.
That's not what I expected.
No.
But honestly,
I understand. He is kind of...
It also caused a little bit of a controversy due to this one psychic who thought Kadabra was stealing his shtick.
Oh yeah, I did remember that. But I think Abra's at least a B tier just because I have beef with having to catch just regular Abras. But then Kadabra and Alakazam are solid A tier Pokemon.
That's more than fair.
Alakazam, Mega Alakazam.
Mega Alakazam. This man has been prepared for the Vanillite Horde battle for his entire life.
I am ready for the cereal wars.
He is ready.
Uh,
And quite frankly, he should be allowed to be prepared for them.
I just like the gray and sage look, and it actually looking like fully aged. The beard, the design of like the pseudo cloak.
Gives Dark Magician to Dark Sage.
Dark Sage vibes, and Dark Sage I think is a Pokemon, not a Pokemon, a Yu-Gi-Oh card that deserves a lot more love.
Yes, Dark Sage, the card that you can only summon directly from your hand after Dark Magician was destroyed by Time Wizard, is your favorite Psychic type Pokemon.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not even sure if I'm remembering its like.
I think that is the case. I think that is the case.
I know you. My issue is I'm not sure if it's a summon from hand or a summon from deck.
I think it is summoned from hand.
That's what I thought too. Machop. Machop's a friendly little guy.
Machop,
I
think
like Machop.
Machop is again like one of those Pokemon that's like it's not overly designed and it's not complicated, but I think it's a good Pokemon like to show somebody if like they don't know what Pokemon is. It's like they're like these little creatures.
Yeah.
Then
I don't necessarily know how to feel about Machoke and Machamp. Machoke, honestly, from some of the more recent like animations released by the Pokemon Company, I have grown much more fond of Machoke.
Machoke, if it was like before all these animations and everything, I put Machoke at a C, but like it's definitely risen up and gotten to its B rank, earned its B rank.
1 second.
Well, Smooth is gone. However, Machamp, however, I think is the vastly superior and just deserves their A rank. And G-Max Machamp also is there. I don't know. There's just something about multiple arm combatants that just it scratches the brain. So something about these two, and just like the cracking and like the lava look on G-Max Machamp's hands just is good. I'm here for it.
Honestly, G-Max Machamp is really cool, and honestly, Machamp in of itself is a pretty damn cool Pokemon. I will admit that I personally prefer Machoke out of the whole line, but that's just because of A, the most recent animations, and B, the few times that I have used the Machop line in my own personal playthroughs. I have stopped at Machoke and I just gave it an Eviolite.
You know, that's fair. It has the defense. With the Eviolite, it has the defensive power to make the best use of it. Alright.
Bellsprout. I like these little dudes.
I'm not their biggest fan, but they're still good Pokemon.
See, I'm partial to them because they're kind of my go-to grass type for whenever I don't pick Chikorita whenever I play through Johto.
Yeah.
Like, I'll occasionally use Blossom or Vileplume or Jumpluff, but I'll usually just gravitate towards Victory Bell.
Victory Bell.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit of a odd choice. And yes, I say that when I don't pick Chikorita, specifically because the vast majority of my Johto runs I pick the weird little yam Brontosaurus baby. Chikorita. I love that little dude. We'll get to my love of Chikorita when we get to Chikorita.
Well, we're about halfway through Kanto, so it's not that too far off. Honestly, if it wasn't because of James's Victory Bell, the whole line would have gone in C. Like, they're not bad, but they're like not. Honestly, to me, they're kind of forgettable. But I've used them. They're still great Pokemon. Like, I think there's like maybe like a small handful of Pokemon on this entire list that I have not used in some meaningful way. But I don't know. I've never was once impressed by Bellsprout's.
Your audio cut out.
Oh, fucking hell. So,
I think your entire... It was like... I don't know what it is. I didn't. Okay, so Kier says that your audio didn't cut out from stream. It briefly cut out from me.
Oh.
So, yeah, we're moving on.
Fair enough. Tentacool and Tentacruel. I mean...
They're neat, but Hoenn has traumatized me.
Honestly, I never had that problem. Tentacool, I think, is a solid B tier. And Tentacruel,
Yeah,
I personally like I like a lot as an A rank Pokemon.
yeah.
Just giant squid. I'm here for this.
That's actually a jellyfish, but yes.
He's a squid in my heart, goddammit.
You can be both.
Okay, las dos. Alright. Now, the Geodude lines.
I'm honestly kind of a fan of the Geodude line.
I have beef with the Geodude lines because I'm tired of stepping on these landmines. Literally.
See, I've used a Graveler on my main team in a few different runs of Platinum. Specifically Platinum. And honestly, it performs some pretty good work. Because it gets really strong moves really early. Yes, its stats don't really line up, so it does kind of fall off as you get later into the game.
Yeah.
But honestly, it has a very strong move pool. It's got a strong move pool. It's got just decent stats. If you have a friend who you can trade it to, Golem is just everything about that plus.
Oh yeah. Also, hi Oob, welcome back. Just popping off to be back. Entirely fair, Oob. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, Geodude is good, and Graveler and Golem are good.
Also, I'm one of those deranged lunatics who, whenever I play Heart Gold Soul Silver or Crystal, I actively step on every landmine in the rocket base and catch every single one of them.
You're a lunatic.
I also do that to the electrodes that power the facility.
That's entirely fair on that one, but the rest of it, you're a lunatic. I mean, that
Those wild Pokemon need a loving home, damn it.
I had a fast food toy of Geo, and little me felt so bad he couldn't wear clothes because, harms and head, so I got him to wear baby bibs with a cute little... Aww. That's adorable.
I actually remember I had a toy of Graveler where it had one of those, rev top, things in the back of it. You know what I'm talking about, right? When it had, a little, top thing, and you just slid that on a surface to get it to going, then you dropped it and it'd spin like a madman.
Oh, yeah. I
had one of those, and I swear to God, it could beat Beyblades in a fight.
Jesus Christ. I have a very particular toy like that as well, but we'll get to that when we get to Johto. Rapidash. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, put them there. That's a friend.
Galarian Ponyta deserves S rank just because look at them, they're bubblegum flavored.
They're just a friend.
They're bubblegum flavored. I'm not the biggest fan of Galarian Rapidash, but it's still a solid Pokemon.
And when they're shiny, they're mint flavored. I do like Ponyta and Rapidash, though. I have used them on quite a few teams.
They're both solid A Pokemon. I love them very dearly. I think the level 40 thing is a little much.
Yeah, if they evolved at an earlier level, I would probably have a little bit more good memories of them. But
more exploring.
Here we are.
We love vision. We need more exploring the area we were robbed. I agree.
Yeah, no, the fucking Glimwood Tangle
That area alone needed
was
more.
so cool, but it needed to be bigger than a single zone and the smallest town in the game.
It does. But it gave us a lot of really good Pokemon, including this little bean right here who I've only ever used in Go, but by God, they're a great little guy.
Yeah. Oh,
Slow.
Slow Boys. Here, do you want in on Slow Boy talk? Understood. I love the Slow Boys.
I love
They are just...
I love the Slowbos as well. Slowpoke, just easy A. I love its doofy design.
A.
Slow.
Slowbro is probably my preferred evolution, though I have used Slow King in my most recent playthrough of Soul Silver for the first time, and it has been putting in the work. Also, but yeah, let's Galarian Slowpoke. I'd honestly put it in roughly the same spot as base.
It's in the same spot. I just love like the more lazy look to it.
Yeah.
Slowbro. I'm not a big fan of Slowbros.
Really?
Yeah. I
Fair enough.
I'm not as big a fan of it.
I love the Beyblade Hippo.
The Beyblade Hippo is grand.
Easily one of my... Oh my god, I love him so much. And this one's just packing heat.
This one just has a straight up gun. Like, yeah, no, like, Cantonian Slowbro is probably out of the whole Slowpoke family, the weakest one for me.
Huh.
It's gonna
enough.
sound stupid. It's solely because it's standing up. If it was laying down...
All of the slow evolutions stand up.
I know. But this one specifically standing up, just, it feels... I don't know, just feels the weakest to me.
Magnet Boys.
It is
are up
time
next.
for the first two of the Magnet family. Again, I think if it's... I think Magnemite is a solid Pokemon, just to show off what a Pokemon is, and it deserves B rank.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And what's one? You know what's better than one? 3 of them!
Not 3, because you put them in the same tier.
They're about on par to me. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Okay, walking dinner.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I do like Farfetch'd. It's a fun little design. It's not the greatest Pokemon to use in a battle, but honestly, having one in your back pocket whenever you do a run of Kanto in a game that, you know, has HMs, just the ability to have both cut and fly on one Mon is very handy.
I'm gonna be a bit weird. I actually really like Farfetch'd, even just base Farfetch'd.
Yeah, and Galarian Farfetch'd is just
Galarian
him.
The Galarian Farfetch'd is my mentality when it comes to playing any FromSoft game, where it's just, this thing is heavy and unruly. It's mine. I'm using it. Time to smack everything. But yeah, I really...
Harrison, we'll get to Surfetch'd at some point, and that's my mindset in Monster Hunter. Ah, time for my favorite Kanto bird.
Doduo.
I love this stupid looking ostrich.
It's such a funny design. Honestly, their A-tier designs alone, like they're A's for me.
Goofy, I love them.
Look, I will never ever be able to unsee the animation of somebody using Fly with Doduo and Dodrio, and they just pull. Especially
Also,
with Dodrio.
I'm not sure if we've gone a couple spaces past it, but Kier's personal opinion on the Slowboys S tier, which honestly is entirely reasonable.
That is entirely reasonable and entirely valid. I keep forgetting these two exist sometimes. Seal and Dugong.
Don't. I actually had a plush of Seal. I loved that plush, and in my first wallet, I had the fucking first set seal Pokemon card. It is a very nostalgic Pokemon to me.
Entirely fair.
Like, I would easily put him in A rank myself, but, you know, that's just me. I know his design is very generic.
They're very generic, but again, like they're very simple. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Simple.
Also, Dugong was one of my aces for, like, probably the best deck I have ever had in Pokemon.
Entirely fair.
Because it had this really annoying move where it was a flip of a coin, and it was either, oh yeah, heads, I paralyze you. Tails, you're asleep.
Disgusting.
And it was just, it didn't do much damage, but it was just this annoying little asshole, and it didn't cost, like, much energy at all.
Oh yeah.
And it could just stall until I got enough energy so I could use its 100 power attack.
Fair enough. Use Slowpoke and Alola. Slowpoke is just good no matter where it shows up. It's just a good general Pokemon.
Now we're on to the Sludgy Boys, Grimer and Muck. Okay, so I actually don't mind these guys very much. I enjoy Grimer and Muck, but I feel like the Alolan versions I prefer.
Yeah, no. I think
If only because I prefer the Alolan versions typing and like stats, as well as their lore more.
yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Like, I think both Cantonian Grimer and Muck are a solid B Pokemon. Same with Alolan Grimer, but Cantonian Muck, not Cantonian,
Alolan Muck.
Alolan Muck is just a solid. They're solid Pokemon. They're just good beans. All right.
Shelder and Cloyster.
This odd little duo.
Yeah, this little menace to the competitive community.
Icicle Spear is terrifying.
Shell Smash, Icicle Spear. Shell Smash, Icicle Spear.
Honestly, I like Cloyster a lot. It's a solid A Pokemon. And then Shelder... again, it's a solid Pokemon to show for Pokemon. To show like,
It
what a
appears
Pokemon...
that it is ad time again.
Yeah. It is indeed ad time.
Oh, we're getting to a very particular family. Oh.
Yeah,
Give me 1 second.
that's entirely fair. Oh boy.
An ad break. An ad break.
Alright. I'm trying to think of how I want to place the Gasty boys.
Tell them because it's platinum run for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright. Back.
I return.
Welcome back. I was sitting here thinking.
I would like to state that Kier would like it on the record that Ghastly line for her solid S tiers, just due to how much they like have great memories of them in Platinum. Like, we straight up have the Build-A-Bear Gengar.
That is entirely fair.
They are a friend.
Entirely fair. Okay, so just going.
They are a menace, but they are a friend.
In order. Mike was not muted and I sounded eepy in the background, and now I'm just. You're fine. You're fine. It was just a little quiet.
Oh, love, I'm sorry. I didn't think it would pick up from back there. I'm so sorry.
You're okay. No harm done. Okay, so I like Ghastly, and I like Haunter, and I would normally put Haunter in A, but this is gonna sound so stupid. But, like, if memory serves me correctly, back in, like, the older generations, Haunter used to have, like, a glow effect on their hands.
That's entirely fair.
And it being removed a lot of its personality in my eyes.
What being removed? I'm sorry.
Haunter used to have, like, a glow effect on their hands.
Yes, they did on a lot of their sprites.
And it losing that, I feel, is what dropped Haunter down a peg for me. Gengar.
That's entirely fair.
Gengar. Go ahead.
Gengar's just a really solid design in comparison.
Gengar's a solid design. G-Max, I feel, is on the same par, but Mega Gengar.
Oh yeah.
I like how they made Ghostly Babies look in Paldea. They did look really good in Paldea. Paldea made a lot.
They made them look really nice in Paldea.
The entire Gen 9 Pokemon games just make Pokemon look really nice. And yeah, no, the Mega is good. I like how it's just full on just here for the violence and here for the energy.
It's here to ruin someone's day. It understands that it's here to ruin someone's day, and it revels in it. And quite frankly, I appreciate that it knows what it's here for.
And then G-Max Gengar, it's a solid Pokemon. It looks great. I don't know, maybe it's the shading of the inside of its mouth, but I get Looney Tunes vibes from it.
A little bit, yeah. Personally, I'm a little bit biased towards it, if only because I'm going to be honest. Listen, I may not have followed the anime very much since, like, maybe Unova. Like, then Kalos started, and I was, like, actually hooked on Kalos.
Yeah.
But then I was kind of, off and on a little bit. But towards the tail end of Journeys, listen, G-Max Gengar in the final battle, listen, I'm going to be honest, the final Ash battle of basically the entire series of the original, like, quote-unquote generation of Pokemon is, listen, that entire battle was animated flawlessly, damn near flawlessly.
Oh, yeah, no.
And Mega Gengar left quite an impact, and G-Max Gengar left quite an impact from that.
Yeah, no, the entire fight between Ash and Leon was such a off-the-wall fight. I was here for it. Onyx.
I really like the Rock Snake.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Rock Snake.
I really like the Rock Snake.
The Rock Snake is good. I like Brox's Onyx a lot. But Onyx himself I've used several times, and I've just never been impressed with Onyx.
Have you ever been able to evolve it into a Steelix?
Yes, and when it evolves into Steelix, I have much higher opinions of it, but Onyx themselves...
Admittedly, Onyx, once you hit the mid-game, starts to fall off, and fall off hard.
Yeah.
The one saving grace that it really has is that it gets strong same type attack options quickly.
Yeah. Drowsy and Hypno.
Honestly, I've used Hypno on a few teams. I like using them on teams, but I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of how they physically look.
Yeah.
They're good Pokemon, they do good work.
They're
just kind of creepy.
Like, they're kind of creepy, and one thing that really sticks in my head whenever I think of Drowsy that just doesn't feel right for me is their entire plot in the Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky games, where...
Oh, you want to know what my brain goes to?
What?
For Hypno and the Berry Forest side quest in Fire Red Leaf Green.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't like that with Hypno. And then the entire thing with Drowsy and, the Explorer games is like, hey, I'm gonna lure this one little kid off to the side. And I'm like, oh, no, nope, don't feel comfortable with this, nope. Anyway, moving on past that, Crab.
Crab good.
Crab good.
Crab is champion.
I was expecting. Yep.
Oh, what have you done?
Oop.
I do like the crab.
Again, I think Krabby's a solid design. Krabby and Kingler are solid designs, but they're not extravagant.
I'm going to be honest.
They're
G-Max Kingler might just be my favorite G-Max.
It's such a fun design.
It really is.
They just good beans. Big Crab funny, but old Bubble Man baby. I love the bubble beard.
It's so good.
All
now
right.
then,
The
the orbs. Time to ponder.
I don't gotta ponder much. They're all kind of the same for me. Like, just kind of like...
I've used electrodes and a
They're
few
good.
different playthroughs, and
They're
they're
good.
neat.
They're good, they're fast, they hit hard. And they have, like, really good designs. But...
They're literally just this game's equivalent of mimics from D&D.
yeah. And nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The Executors.
Eggy.
Okay, I have a soft spot for the eggs.
That's more than fair.
I have a very much internal soft spot for the eggs. Executor... I don't like...
Use code Travelers at checkout.
Shut up.
Listen, you're the one who had a sponsor show up. I'm going to. If you're not going to shill, I will.
Fair enough. Okay, I really don't like Cantonian Executor, but the Alolan Executor remains to be eternally funny to me.
It's just so goofy.
It's so goofy. It's so tall. They kept the joke about being unable to see it in battle, like its head in battle. And like, who the fuck makes this thing a dragon type?
Who let that happen?
Who let it happen, and where can I give you a hug? Alright. Cubone.
He's just a little guy.
I have a soft spot for Cubone.
As do I.
I think the entire line is just really good and consistent and just... Especially when we get Alolan Marowak. Oh god, I love Alolan Marowak. It is such a solid design. Alright, now we have the Hitmon, the first of the two Hitmons. Well, the first two Hitmons, I should say.
Honestly, Hitmonchan is my preferred out of the two.
Hitmonchan is the preferred of mine too. Like, Hitmonlee is a solid... You know, I think Hitmonlee is the weakest of the three.
I'm going to be honest. When they changed how its eyes look,
Yeah.
it just... I don't know, dude.
It just didn't...
Like, when in Gen 6, when they changed how its eyes looked from having relatively normal eyes that had like a black stripe under them to straight up just black sclera with white irises.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, when they changed how the eyes looked, it messed with me.
Yeah. It's not the best design. I think it's the weakest out of all the Hitmons.
It doesn't help that it looks like a drumstick.
Like, the other two Hitmons have solid designs. They're like, okay, I can see this being a guy. What the hell is Hitmonchan? Not Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee. Like, what the hell is it? But enough about that. Lickitung. I've actually run Lickitung before in like red and blue. It's not bad.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's a great design. I think it's... Who let this thing exist?
I wish that more art and like character models showed it with its mouth closed.
Yeah. Like, I think that would...
Because it doesn't look that bad when its mouth is closed, but you just never see it closed.
And, like, there are other Pokemon who have their tongue out all the time that, like, that don't look so bad. I'm looking at you, Greninja.
Hi, Obstagoon.
Yeah, but, like, you know, at least with them, it's a little more tasteful. Lickitung is just...
Mwah.
Ugh. Something about it just don't hit right.
Okay.
Coughing I like.
Yeah.
I think I'm safe to put both Coughing and Wheezing in B, and then Galarian Wheezing is a solid A, because he's just a dapper lad.
He's just a dapper guy.
Also, Neutralizing Gas is my favorite.
It just slaps.
What do you mean Regigigas loses its one big weakness? I mean Regigigas loses its one big weakness.
And that's just grand.
I remember the only other time I see that was, I saw somebody decide, I think it was like, anything goes, like you could build Pokemon with like whatever types you want. I think I saw somebody like throw Regigigas with no guard, and it was disgusting to watch that thing wreck their house.
Yeah, that tracks.
Alright, Rhyhorn and Rhydon.
Rhydon, I think we have to put some respect in its name. It is literally the first Pokemon ever designed.
Rhydon's good, and Rhyhorn is, again, it's a solid, like...
This is a Pokemon.
This is a solid visualization for Pokemon, and I'm just here for the vibes. I'm also just a fan of, like, Kayla or Serena's mom's Rhydon, who just is a good vibe. They're a good house pet. Chansey?
Egg.
Egg. A for egg.
There's not an A in egg.
A for egg.
There's not even an A in omelet.
A for egg.
The walking spaghetti monster up next.
Alright, so, yeah, no, the walking spaghetti monster. I like Tangela.
I like the Tangela line. They're fun.
They're funky little guys.
I distinctly remember when I learned that Tangrowth learns Aerial Ace. I then proceeded to teach my Tangrowth Aerial Ace. And, well, then proceeded to joke for the rest of the run that it had a knife.
And all those God. And all those vines, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I remember hearing, like, I remember seeing one of my friends talking about, like, especially whenever Alola came out and we saw, like, Xurkitree, having, like, a electric, like, steel version of Tangela, which was just, you know, instead of all the vines, just this same thing, but you just replace it with a bunch of wires. And I would have loved that.
Fair enough.
That would have been such a neat idea. Alright, Mama Bear.
I'm pretty sure that's a kangaroo.
Regardless, I'm partial to this Pokemon because it's like one of my favorite megas.
That's fair.
Like, I have always loved Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is such a good Pokemon. They big mama.
They are.
Another hydrate. Alright. But you know, Kangaskhan is just is a good bean. They are big I just I love the Kangaskhan. I just love Kangaskhan. I wish like there was like evolution to it at some point, or like a I don't know, like a pre-evolved form, just something. Just give them more love, because Mega Kangaskhan is great, and seeing the little baby Kanga just come out and help is just so good. Oh my god, I can see the end of Kanto. We're almost there, boys.
Yeah, this is going to be a multi-part.
Kanto's got a lot because there's always forms and stuff being added to the lineup. Alright, Horsey. I mean, Horsey's good. I think it's a solid Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think B is a solid place for Horsey, because again, it's good,
Yeah.
it's a nice little Pokemon. I love Seadra a lot. It's always a Pokemon that I keep meaning to use more, but I never get the chance to.
It's cool. It's a spiky boy.
It's a spiky seahorse. Alright, Goldeen and Kingdra. Not Kingdra. Seaking.
Fuck yeah, Seaking.
Fuck yeah, Seaking.
That's an ancient meme.
That is an ancient meme, but it's still a good Pokemon. I think it's good, and I think Goldeen's good as well. Alright, Staryu and Starmie. Of course it would Starmie. I'm the streamer. But I'm Tish. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I've never been a big fan of Staryu. Is good, but just I've never been a big fan of it.
That's entirely fair.
Starmie, on the other hand, is great and hits like a friggin' truck.
That it does.
I was about to say,
dear.
did you want to add something to it, or?
Honestly, Starmie is a Pokemon that I have had a lot of nostalgia for. So,
Entirely fair.
sorry about the chair creeps there.
I haven't heard a single creak on your end, so you're good.
Okay.
Mr. Mime. Okay, I know not everyone's a big fan of Mr. Mime, but I have to give them an A rank just because I love, especially since they got the fairy typing, they've been a really solid Pokemon.
Yeah, and honestly, I loved them in Detective Pikachu.
I was just about to bring up that entire scene with them in Detective Pikachu.
The scene in Detective Pikachu was so fucking good.
It was such a good scene. It had such the ending where like they drop like the pretend magic Mr. Mime looks on with abject horror. Galarian Mime, good. Yeah, no, Galarian Mr. Mime is also fantastic. I love the the little ice tap dancer, and again, they're a fantastic design. I love Galarian Mr. Mime. Next up we have Scyther.
I like Scyther.
I like Scyther a lot. Scyther is just good. Okay, now we have what I lovingly dub the, and back, what, did you miss Puff? Yes, you missed Puff. Puff is, A rank. We're only 2 hours in and we're almost done with Kanto. Oh god, this is gonna be forever.
Yeah, exactly. This is why I'm saying that this is probably going to be a multi-part kind of deal. We'll probably have to come back to this at some point.
No, my beautiful Puffball. Puff is still good. Puff is still great. Jinx.
I honestly kind of like Jinx, but it's mainly just because I've used it in a couple runs
Jinx is
of a few different games,
okay. Jinx
and
is a
it's been a reliable mon every single time I've used it.
Jinx is a Pokemon I think is great. As a design,
Yeah.
not the biggest fan of the design. First D tier mon. No, I don't think we're not gonna get a D tier mon for some time. I think Jinx is a C tier. I really wish that Jinx in Gen 4 got an evolution like the next two did.
Yeah.
Because like I feel as though Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar are kind of all
They were a trio. They were a trio until Gen 4 turned it into a duo.
Yeah.
And left Jinx behind.
Okay. Also, I learned how to do the
Tatsumaki on Ken and Street Fighter 5. Nice.
Oh hell yeah! Way to go, man. Okay, Electabuzz and Magmar.
I've used Electabuzz and Magmar on so many teams.
I'm gonna be showing my bias here a little bit. I like Electabuzz a lot more than I do Magmar, to be honest.
That's fair.
Electabuzz is good. Electabuzz is strong in both, so is Magmar, but I am more of an electric boy than I am a fire boy, and I will forever be. I can't wait for Dwebble, my little friend. Oh, when we get to Dwebble, I think we all know where that one's going. Alright.
Just a little guy.
He's just a little friend. Pinsir.
Send that boy up.
I'm actually not the biggest fan of Pinsir.
I've used Pinsir more than I have Scyther.
I'm the inverse. I don't like Pinsir as much. Pinsir's still good, but oh god, it has some nightmare fuel to it. Have you seen Pokemon?
Have you figured it out yet? I have not rated a bug type any very low ever.
I've noticed. He needs to be connected. He needs to be connected to Heracross. Yeah. Mega Pinsir, on the other hand, I'm gonna have to put him in next with Pinsir. They're good. I've never really had good use with Mega Pinsir.
I really like Mega Pinsir, but this is mainly your list. I shall not interfere on this one.
Nah, you're good. Okay, the Tauros Quartet, which is a line that Yeah, someone got banned on Overwatch 2 for typing GG and What? What? Fucking excuse me? What?
The literal thing that you say to be polite and courteous in a game post-match got them banned?
It's Overwatch 2.
Dom, there is no hope for that land. Never shall we set foot there.
No. Okay. Back at it. I think the Tauros Quartet all kind of rank similarly and can all be put into B tier.
That's fair.
Like, they're all great Pokemon, but it's Tauros. They're great, they're strong, they hit hard. Paldean, and I was never expecting them to get a Paldean form.
I do kind of wish the Paldean form evolved into like something else rather than just having 3 alternate forms.
Yeah, it would be nice. But you know what? Not gonna worry too much about it. Alright, we're getting up on one of the big contenders, but first up we have Magikarp.
That's a friend.
Even if it's for the memes, I love Magikarp. They are good, and Gyarados deserves to be with them. They got banned for the phrases, "Fuck, that was good," "GG, that scared me," and "Yippee."
They got banned for complimenting their opponents, is what you're telling me here.
The
And
hell?
for just saying that it was a great match. That land is cursed. Never shall we set foot there.
Touches the ground, something terrible happened here. Okay, Gyarados and Mega Gyarados. I think Mega Gyarados is a little bit of a downgrade for its,
I think I have to agree, design-wise, at least.
Yeah, like, stats-wise, obviously Mega Gyarados is better, but, and I'll forever say this, why wasn't Mega Gyarados made a water dragon?
I don't know. Dark fits,
It does. Dark fits, especially with how angry it
but
is.
so would Dragon.
In the words of Blizzard, the message ended by saying that while the politics may seem harsh, they're in a place to ensure every player is able to enjoy the Blizzard's fucked. Okay. Onto a sweetheart of a Pokemon, Lapras.
I like Lapras.
Lapras is a solid A for me because it's just a good Pokemon, and I think, yeah, our second G-Max in S rank, I'm a huge sucker for G-Max Lapras.
The Ice Age!
It is solely like the ice musical notes floating around it. Ditto. I can never escape this thing, can I?
No. No, you can't.
No, you really can't, no matter how you slice it. I think it's a solid B Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm willing to give it a B.
Okay. I don't care what anyone else's opinions are. I don't need anyone else's opinions on this. We know where these two are going. I don't need to say anything else. I don't need to say anything. It's Eevee. Eevee alone gets an S rank, and G-Max Eevee is too freaking cute to not be S rank.
That's fair.
Look at them, they're a big fluffy bean. I would not D-Max them, G-Max them just for the sake of getting them that fluffy, and then just jump into like the little collar poof and just take a nap. It looks fluffy.
Probably because it is.
They deserve it. Alright, now the first evolutions.
I'm gonna be honest, Vaporeon is cool, but not one of my highest tier mons. I would give it probably a solid B.
Yeah, Vaporeon deserves B. Like, I don't think there's any evolutions that are gonna get into C. And, like...
And Flareon to S tier where he belongs. That's a friend.
Flareon is good. Not as good as they could be, because they could use some more physical moves, in my opinion, but Flareon is still good. I'm partial to Jolteon, and I'll die on that hill. But Flareon's good. I just think they need a bit more physical support, and then they're good to go.
Oh, I love Porygon.
Oh, Porygon's such a good Pokemon. I love my digital duck. Forever shall, forever will. Just look at them. There's not a thought behind those eyes. Thousands of computer equations, maybe, but not a thought.
Not a coherent thought.
Ammonite. There's a joke to be made about Praise Helix, but I'm not gonna make that joke.
Praise Helix.
God damn it.
I, however, will make that joke.
I think Ammonite and Amistar are solid B Pokemon. They're good. They're great. I like them. They're solid. Kabuto, I think, is also solid, but I like Kabutops the best out of all four of them.
That's entirely fair. Aerodactyl.
I know you have some vibes with Aerodactyl because they were one of your character's aces in the Pluto campaign.
They were. I really like Aerodactyl. And especially Mega Aerodactyl.
Yeah, I think by banning Yippee. Yeah, no, Overwatch is something stupid. I don't even... Blizzard's not the brightest cookie.
No, they are not. Snorlax, we have to put Snorlax high.
Snorlax deserves S.
It's just a big guy. He's a big friend. Especially after that recent animation with him in the Cubone.
Oh, yeah, no. And then just G-Max Snorlax. Yeah, at one point I was going to play Overwatch 2, not anymore. Yeah, no, Overwatch... I have a lot of beef with Overwatch in general, in terms of how it's managed. The world that it's in and the character interactions are great, but, like, Overwatch themselves is just... What the hell? Can you give him his own tier? It'll be too loud with all the other mons at S tier for him to sleep!
Just Eepy.
Oh.
You renamed S tier. There you go. Maybe change the color so it's not the same color as one of the other tiers. Because it's the same color as C right now. There you go.
That works.
That works.
Alright. Now we're into our first set of legendary Pokemon.
I adore the legendary birds.
The birds are great.
Especially Zapdos.
I am... So Zapdos, at least Cantonian Zapdos, I have strong feelings for because of my Pokemon Go team. But I think regardless, I think Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres are all great Pokemon. Okay. How do I feel about their Galarian counterparts?
I don't really have any strong feelings one way or the other about them, honestly, because I, quite frankly, keep forgetting to do that part of the Sword Shield DLC.
That's entirely fair.
Because there's just a lot to do, and I keep getting sidetracked by max raids.
That's entirely fair. F, because they suck to catch. No. I don't think they're bad to catch, and again, I think they're, like, at worst, I think they're, again, B tier just because of designs. I do think Galarian Moltres is the coolest out of all three of them. And it's like one of my favorite, and it's like easily one of my favorites, which I think, yeah. I've got beef with those things. Non-stop bite to get sat. Oh.
Oof.
So sorry, my dude. I am so sorry you went through that. Articuno's the best one and it teleports. Yeah, no, Galarian Articuno is funky. I blocked out catching them so long ago, but I don't think I ever want to go through it again unless I have to. Which, unless I lose all my Pokemon again, I won't have to. I hope.
Oh dear.
Okay,
The Dratini line.
our first Pseudos.
I like Dratini. It's just it's friend shaped. That's a friend noodle.
I think Dratini and Dragonair are fantastic designs. I remember when Articuno said it's warp a time and then proceeded to warp all over the place. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did.
Dragonite looks like they give good hugs.
Dragonite looks like they give good hugs. Well, I'm not the biggest... They're not my favorite pseudo line, especially not my favorite dragons. I can't put them anything lower than an A. They're a good friend. Mewtwo.
He's cool. He is just sort of undeniably pretty damn cool.
They are fantastic. And now they're megas.
Which have both had pretty damn good fighting game showings.
Yeah. Shadow is S+. Yeah, no, if they had Shadow on here, I'd put it up there, but they don't, which is sad, because it's a really good design. I, personally, like, Mega Mewtwo X a lot better than Y. The fighting type and just the design for it looks so much better, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's entirely fair.
Mega Mewtwo Y just looks like Frieza. I'm gonna be straight up honest.
Which I think is kind of the point.
Which isn't bad, but... I don't know. I like X better. I think it works better for Mewtwo.
That's fair.
Mew.
Baby.
For being in a Poke. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed, Oob. Agreed. Okay. We are now done with Kanto. Finally. God damn, Kanto is huge.
Before we go to Johto,
Yes.
can we just take a quick pause?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a mental break.
Yeah.
Before we move on to our next set.
A little bit of a mental break. Isn't there a Shadow X? I don't
There
think...
is Shadow Mega X Mewtwo. Yes, that is a thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a... While Smooth takes a little mental break, I'm gonna take a look through. Just to see... Oh, okay. Moderately warm chick in area incoming. Guys, does anyone want my want my Charlie Brown Funko Pop? I'm good. I've never been a big Funko Pop collector personally. Oh. I also have one from the horse from, I think, Tangled, and he is friend-shaped. Oh, yeah, no, the horse from Tangled is absolutely just friend-shaped, and I love him. He is such a violent lad, and I am here for it. Bro is a Giga Chad riding lad, and we love him. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Love you.
It sounds like Smooth is back. Sounds like it anyway.
Yep, I am back. I just got back. I accidentally clicked something to unmute, and then remute myself in quick succession by accident.
You're good. Dom, I think I am going to go play Lake. Play Lake?
Lake. Ah, Lakeside. Good map in Team Fortress 2.
Ah, yeah, agreed. Alright,
Okay, so,
So, we are now in the Johto Pokemon.
hey, guess what?
What?
I don't think I can rate any of these lower than A. I adore Johto.
Okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Nope.
Well,
The free scroll mouse is too strong. We ball. Okay,
yeah, the Johto starters are all it's just a very strong group of designs.
like, Cyndaquil is just, I have high nostalgic for it because it's just good. Totodile doesn't have a single thought behind those eyes, and I stand on the Chikorita deserves more love bandwagon, and I will die on that hill.
Agreed.
In fact,
I've used Bayleaf and Meganium probably more than like any other starters.
I'm gonna
be honest.
Snubble S, please. When we get to Snubble,
When we get to Snubble, we're getting there.
We're getting there. I have opinions on Snubble as well. I think Bayleaf is also just a fantastic design, just in general.
It is.
I'm not as big a fan as Meganium. I feel like the plot gets a little lost between Bayleaf and Meganium. But
I mean, I kind of see it because it's like leaf to bud, bud to flower. It's going the whole Pikmin line.
Yeah.
Plant-wise.
Oh, yeah, no. I never said it was...
know, and like the leaf turning into a couple of like... They're not really antenna, they're the flower stamen.
Yeah. Is it bad to do some Master Mode achievement cry? If you really want to push yourself, go for it. But I would not recommend it. But
Quilava.
But yeah, Quilava next. But just to quickly wrap up my thoughts on Meganium. Again, I feel as though it loses a little bit of the plot when evolving from Bayleaf to Meganium, but it's still a good evolution. Quilava.
Yeah, I could stick him in A.
Quilava's a good A Pokemon. And then the Typhlosion duo. Okay.
Where are you feeling for Typhlosion? Rearrange that. There you go.
Yeah, there. Typhlosion.
The non-dex match was bugging me. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Typhlosion. I like both Typhlosions a lot. I didn't use the Typhlosions in my first playthrough of Legends Arceus, but when I used Hisuian Typhlosion, I fell in love with it. I'm typing, but here comes a slime. Oh no, good luck. I like Typhlosion a lot. I like the Honey Badger. And again, I would have ranked Typhlosion a little bit lower, but Gen 9 fixed their model. And they get their S rank back. No questions asked. And I feel as though Feraligatr and Croconaut kind of can have an A rank. They're good.
Yeah, they can stay.
They're good, but they're not beating Totodile.
Yeah.
There's too much ferocity behind those eyes, and while I love a good, strong, vicious Pokemon, Totodile has that head empty.
I do think that Feraligatr gives a bit of himbo energy, but it's like almost malevolent himbo.
Yeah.
Sentret's a baby.
I can't give Sentret anything lower than an A.
Listen, we know where Furret's going.
We
know where Furret's going.
Furret's S. Is Furret. Look at him. Okay.
The first Borb, the original Borb.
These next 4 I have extreme biases for. I very much love all 4 of these Pokemon.
Oh, you're just sending them all. You're just sending them. Honestly, I very much like them too.
Like, Ladybug is like an easy A for me, but Ledian, look at Ledian. It's such a good design.
It is. It's just a really strong design. I just wish it had better stats.
Agreed. Going for loot till I die. That sounds like the plan for it, Oop. Like, if there's one Pokemon that I would have loved to have gotten a Mega Evolution, it's Ledian. Or a new evolution. Either or.
Spinarak. I love Spinarak. I don't really like spiders all that much IRL. I'm usually kind of chill with them as far as the arthropod world is concerned. But their abdomens, the little face actually changes with their emotions. It gets happy when it's happy. It's angry when it's angry.
We love it.
It's just a really cute design.
It is. Tin and lead, so far currently a good world one. I'm glad to hear that it's good for you, Oop, so far. Ariados is also kind of in B. It's good.
I'm also kind of partial to them because Spinarak and Ariados were like some of my aces in my first like real successful run of XD.
Entirely fair.
Crobat.
Crobat is solid.
Really cool.
Crobat's a solid A.
I don't know how to feel that it's got an underbite rather than an overbite though.
Yeah. As soon as I see a worm shows up, I might be done for. That's. I wish you the best of luck when it shows up there, Dub. But blah blah. But like Crobat, especially after the Brilliant Diamond run, I'm very happy with how Crobat turns out. They hold a lot of. I love them a lot. Chinchou.
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 No, it's literally pronounced Chinchou.
Oh.
Like that's its actual official pronunciation.
That is dumb.
Like in the anime, in like Pokedex 3D, it's always Chinchou.
Huh. Where have I been wrong all my life?
Multiple places for multiple Pokemon pronunciation names. We've discussed this.
Yeah. But Chinchou and Lantern. I think they're both A rank Pokemon. I like their typing.
Hermes boots that early? Damn, Oob. Game loves you.
Enjoy them Herpes boots, my dude. But yeah, no. Chinchou and Lantern, I think, are both solid A Pokemon just because they're good. They're good Pokemon. They're good designs. I'm also just a sucker for water electric types.
I've never seen an anglerfish so happy.
Neither have I.
Pichu. That's a baby.
They're an A rank. They deserve. They're good. And a keg. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Cleffa, I think, is also in the same tier as Clefairy and Clefable. They're good. They're baby.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Igglybuff.
the red eye's doing something wrong for you?
So every time I play through Crystal and I get the odd egg, I always end up getting Igglybuff.
Really?
Yes, I don't know what it is. It's always Igglybuff. I've never once gotten any
I
of the
like
other baby
always get
Pokemon.
Magby. I always get Magby for some reason. I had to like save scum for Elekid in my last run of Crystal.
God. And a Viking set. Ooh. That early game luck's doing you good, Oob. But, yeah, no. I've just had insanely bad luck, and every time I try and raise an Igglybuff in Gen 2, I've just never, ever once had a good time with it. So I have a lot of negative feelings towards Igglybuff, which is sad, because it's baby.
Yeah. I think we can both agree we have better thoughts on Togepi.
If I put it anything lower than A, I am a heretic. And same thing with Togetic. They're just good, and Togepi, like, how can you not love Togepi? They are literal baby. The second Borb.
I actually really love Natu. I have like heavy nostalgia for Natu.
I love Natu, and Xatu I also very much enjoy.
Hey, chat, I warned you from the very start. We were going to have so many S's, A's, and B's, and not a hell of a lot of C's and D's. I warned you, this was going to happen.
We love our Pokemon here. Zombie still does 87, but we live this. Get some armor as soon as you can, my dude. But I feel as though you already know that.
Yes, the woolly the woolly lizards.
What the hell do you mean this thing has dragon blood in it?
That's why I said it's a woolly lizard. That's not a sheep. That's a reptile. That's not a mammal. That's a reptile.
I love them. I'm not the biggest fan of Amphiros's final design. Like, Ampharos has a final design, but Mega Ampharos? Yeah, no, I'm here for Mega Ampharos.
You know, fun fact, while we're doing this, I am playing Pokemon White 2, and on my team, I literally have an Ampharos named Reptile.
Love it.
As we speak.
Yeah. For early game mana and air. That, you know what? You need the money for ammo and magic.
Awesome.
I am actually a very big fan of Blossom.
It's entirely fair.
Like, I think out of all of the Oddsland, I think I like Blossom the best. It's just so cute. And it hits surprisingly hard.
It does.
Every
Meryl.
time someone mentions that mon, I remember my Nuzlocke, dude. Oh boy. Alright, next up, we have Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Now, that's a deep cut reference.
Meryl's neat.
Meryl's good. I really like whenever it that it's a water fairy type. I feel as though that's a really nice combination.
That is a fun typing.
And then Azumarill, I have to give Azumarill at least an A just because of how much work it's put in for raids for me on Scarvio.
More than fair.
There's a desert to the west, and the jungle's probably to the east. Pseudo-Wudo.
I love Pseudo-Wudo. I did a run of Soul Silver in high school where Pseudo-Wudo literally never... It wasn't even a Nuzlocke, but Pseudo-Wudo just never fainted.
Pseudo-Wudo...
And the raw combination... And once you hit Blackthorn City, and you get that disgusting combination of Rockhead and Woodhammer...
Yeah, by that point, there's not much else you can really do. Like, the game... Pseudo-Wudo just becomes ridiculously strong.
Politoed.
Politoad's another solid B. Like,
That's fair.
I like Politoad. Again, nothing's topping Poliwhirl in terms of the Poly family.
Hoppips. Hoppips line. There's some friends.
They're all a solid B. They're great. I love them.
Says solid B, shoves them all in A.
Shut up. I always forget how much Cactus Sword actually does.
Oh yeah, no, Cactus Sword hurts.
Yeah, Cactus Sword surprisingly does a lot of damage for how easily you're able to get it.
Like, the Cactus set in Terraria is actually, like, pretty damn good for when you get it.
Oh yeah. Apom!
Monkey.
Apom was the
Monkey.
toy that I had a lot of attachment to. It was always just like, its tail had this like weird like, the Apom toy that I had its tail angled like really weirdly like S, and with its like hand, it was able to hook onto a lot of things really easily. And I always just had it dangling like off bags or like from stuff at home. And I always enjoyed just having Apom like hold stuff, like hold on to stuff.
That's fair.
So I have like a lot of nostalgia for it. And Apom is just good. We don't talk about
That's
Apom.
more than fair.
And while I love Apom, I know I'm gonna absolutely not like Apom if I ever did a particular challenge run for Pokemon, especially considering Heart
If you ever
Gold's-
did a what?
a Professor Oak's challenge in Heart Gold Soul Silver. That
Why
one,
do you say that?
because you get them in Ilex Forest. You get them very early on in the challenge, and if memory serves me correctly, they have pickup.
They do have pickup.
And do you realize how many things need special stone evolutions and items to evolve in early on in a Heart Gold Soul Silver run for a Professor Oak's challenge?
That just sounds like they'd be incredibly helpful.
They're incredibly helpful, but then you realize that you need to get them up to like early 40s in Ilex Forest.
Yeah, that is kind of annoying.
Oob with the 3 hydrates for the both of us.
See, I've been staying hydrated. I've had like a cup of beverage this entire time that I've been taking sips from.
I have this like a open room temperature bottle of water off to the side because that's the best for your throat when you're speaking a lot.
Okay, controversial pick. I fucking love Sunflora and Sunkern.
Okay, like, they're great.
I have a lot of nostalgia for them, specifically because of Pokemon Battle Revolution, where in the one stadium that has the roulette wheel thing, I would almost always have one of my Pokemon subbed out with the opponent's Sunflora, and for some reason that Sunflora just put in work whenever I got to pilot it as a kid.
Oh yeah, like, I love them. They're simple and great designs. They're not stats wise, they're not the best, but they're still good Pokemon. All right, one more before we get to something very easy.
I love Yanma.
I love Yanma. They're great. I love the Dragonfly design. I actually really like Dragonflies as a bug, but that's me. We don't even need to say anything else for these next 3.
Send them up. Just
Send them to where they belong.
listen. There's no brain cells, only vibes, only happiness, only joy. They are friends through and through. They deserve to be in S.
Jotonian and Paldean Woobers are just good friends, and Quagsire is just a head empty, no thoughts. And I love them.
He's nothing but raw vibes.
Alright. Espy and Umbri.
I like them. They're not my favorite evolutions, despite me being a definitive fan of Colosseum.
Espeon is one of my favorites, and Umbreon... I know it's bad, but I always run Espeon and Umbreon together in Colosseum because they can...
Oh yeah, same. Why would
you ever break them up?
I understand that a lot of people don't like running Umbreon in it just because double battles are not great for tank mons.
Yeah.
But like...
Hot take, SBS tier Umbri A. Honestly...
That's fair.
Honestly, yeah, that's entirely fair.
That's not a hot take. That's actually pretty reasonable. I like Murkrow.
Murkrow, honestly, ever since it got its evolution, is an underrated Pokemon for me. It was one of the Pokemon that, like, if I had it during the Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke, I would have absolutely ran it if I could, but I don't think I can, because I think it's a Pearl exclusive.
No, it's Diamond.
Diamond?
You just missed it. It's in Eterna Forest at night.
Fair enough. I'm dumb.
It's a relatively rare encounter that only happens at night.
Fair enough. Alright.
Slowking. He could use some pants.
It's just the Pokemon, like that Pokemon movie cemented Slowking as like one of my favorite Pokemon.
I could use pants. He's great.
And like Galarian, like Slowking also is A, but like just, oh, don't worry, plenty of people saw your actions. Look over there. As he looks at the screen. I love Slowking. Like, Johtonian Slowking is such a meme, and this next one.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is my favorite ghost in Johto. I think it's the only ghost in Johto.
It is the only ghost in Johto.
And even if there was competition, it still would be my favorite ghost in Johto. There's plenty of people who will run Ghastly in the entire Gengar line. I will run Mischievous every chance.
You can spell cuss words with this next one. Yeah, as much as I love all Johto Pokemon, I can't really deny Unknown being anything less than...
Unknown.
Unknown is a mon that you collect just to get all the forms, because usually in any game with Unknown, you get like special unlocks and other things for collecting all the forms.
Unknown is a good Pokemon for lore, for battle, and anything else. I really do not like Unknown. Like the only thing I really like about Unknown is Pokemon 3. And that is it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh boy. And back to back.
Really?
Like, I like Wobbuffet in the anime. Using and fighting a Wobbuffet
is one of the most terrifying experiences you could ever have in a Pokemon game. You fight that thing and you are praying to Arceus that it is picking the wrong counter.
Exactly. That is my biggest problem with Wobbuffet. I really don't Raiden Team PS Teammate PTSD.
Honestly.
Like, Jesse's Wobbuffet is the only reason why I didn't make an exclusive. I didn't just pop in an F tier and just slam Wobbuffet in there exclusively for it, because I really don't like fighting Wobbuffet, because, oh god, what do you mean this thing survived on 1 HP and my teammate just died to bullshit. Anyway.
I mean, it survived at 1 HP and your teammate was eviscerated.
Girafarig, on a brighter note.
I like Girafarig quite a bit.
Girafarig's good.
Oh look, more bugs. Oh look, more citrus virus, more citrus bias. Send those grenades up.
Pineco's
I
a
could-
solid B, but Fortress is a solid A Pokemon. They are a Pokemon that I traditionally use in Coliseum and XD whenever I have them, and they never once fail me.
Dunsparce is easily one of the funniest Pokemon in this entire franchise.
Beep, beep. For Gen 7, can we do ranking on beating in a fight?
Why?
Why? What have we got against Alola? Dunsparce.
Yeah.
Look, it's got a... because I believe. I trust. Handholdy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a linear game.
And it's not really handholdy so much as it is linear. It's not like it's constantly helping you throughout the entire game. It's like, oh hey, here's the plot. It's taking you here. Go here.
And honestly, I think that's one of Alola's strongest points. Personally.
Like handholdy is if it's gonna just like, at least from my perspective, handholdy is if the game is constantly giving you everything you could possibly need so that you will never fail ever. If you fuck up in Alola, you can fuck up in Alola. You can fuck up in Alola.
Oh yeah. As for our next Pokemon,
Gligar.
that's an easy A. I like Gligar.
Yeah.
Here's how to press the A button.
Hey, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, the catching tutorial. Listen, here's the thing. Every catching tutorial in Pokemon is bad. That's just how they are. They're all handholdy bull during that. And honestly, I would put Steelix up in S2, but that's just me. You can leave him in B if that's your opinion.
Steelix is a fantastic Pokemon, and Mega Steelix, look at that fucking thing. That thing is, no pun intended,
so cool.
metal as hell.
It's so cool. It has no right to be that cool.
It is just a vibe. It is a tradie, though, which is another reason why it's like, Steelix is only B. But if you can get it, and give it a Mega Stone...
If you have 2DSs, why do you care?
I have a 2DS, but I need two 2DSs. And Don was never heard from again. Okay.
Snubble time.
Snubble. Unironically,
Yeah.
I love.
Just send that little guy to S. It's where they deserve.
F, I remember those. 2DSs are great. I love my pieces of plastic toast. And I think Granbull deserves to be up in S too. Yeah,
Yeah. There's some good puppers.
They're puppers. And Granbull is eternally scared. They're a paranoid little being. They just try and put on a tough persona. I love them. So there ain't gonna be anyone judging the Gen 7. I'm just gonna be... Can we beat Dom right now? The answer is yes. Why? Why do you want to beat me? What did I do?
Lore Dom you probably couldn't beat in a fight, but Streamer Dom, probably.
I'll break you.
You can certainly try.
Quillfish.
Yeah, Quillfish is neat.
They're solid B Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, they're just good. And Hisui and Quillfish, I love Poison Dark.
Yeah, it's just a damn good typing.
Okay, especially after the Brilliant Diamond stream. I hope. But Caesar has a lot of special place in my heart now. Sorry, I keep typing in symbols. Nah, you're good, man. And even before then, Mega Caesar is just freaking cool. I love Mega Caesar.
Yeah.
Oh, fuckle, it's Shuckle.
Don't fuckle with the shuckle.
You may have your S rank ticket and leave us alone, good sir.
Take the S rank. Take the S rank, and we say, and spare us, oh great and powerful creature.
I love Shuckle. It's such a wild Pokemon. Heracross.
That's a friend.
That is an
Look in
easy...
its eyes. Do you see a thought?
It don't chuckle. I see a thought, and its two thoughts are, man, I want some sap and violence. So far, my ore RNG is silver, tin, and lead for this world. That's not bad. That's not a bad combination. Okay, Mega Heracross, though.
Mega, really? D tier?
I don't like using it, and how they messed with the horn is especially just... no. Is it a good Pokemon? Yes. Is it a good skill link user? Absolutely. However, I'd rather use Heracross with a Life Orb, or especially a Flame Orb, with Guts and just...
That's more than fair.
It is easily my least favorite Mega outside of, you know who.
No, actually, I'm blanking.
Space Trash Lizard.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Next up. Sneasel.
Sneasel.
I like Sneasel.
Yeah.
Like, again, I have an eternal soft spot for ice types. And Hisuian Sneasel is even better, in my opinion. I love Hisuian Sneasel.
Which is more than fair.
If I remember correctly, it's just a pure poison fighting type, and just that is such a weird type to get, and I was not...
Yeah, it's a poison fighting type, which is a fascinating combination.
I love it. A railway and a dart trap. Ooh, really nice. Okay. Back-to-back S's because
Yep.
it's Teddy Ursa.
Teddy Ursa should be up there.
Like, Teddy Ursa is always the Pokemon that I run, at least in overall. And I love it. Sarah, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. God damn it. Oh boy. Comment Sarah W. Yeah. But
Sarah, what the hell?
Sarah. Sarah, thank you again for the 5 gifted subs. Right, as y'all did killed by a tumbleweed. I'm sorry, Oop, I just wasn't expecting that. Thank you, Sarah.
We were hit by a predator missile.
We were hit by... we were struck by... subs. Oh my god. Oh god, that ah. I'm crying a little bit actually.
Bro. You good?
I'm good. I just you were hit by you got struck by subs screams. I'm just not used to it's taking me a bit to get used to like people are actually subbing, and I still feel bad. I am the sub queen, my generosity paralleled. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so very much. I really need to get emotes made.
We do need some emotes.
Okay. Okay. Recompose yourself. Recompose. Okay, Slugma and Macargo.
I'm going to be honest, if it wasn't for Coliseum, I probably wouldn't have as strong memories of these two.
Like, they're solid B tiers. I can't
Yeah.
put them anything low. I can't. They're not bad. I like them. I'm still kind of in shock. Give me a minute. You can't touch and see it, but after the first sandstorm started, and I was like, no, that fight came in the tumbleweed, winging into the frame, and did 200 damage. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ow.
I'm sorry, ooh. Okay.
Sounds hurty.
Great pain. Okay. I just wanted I just wanted the spiky plant. Okay, a swine up.
Swinup's cute.
Swine up is an easy A. It's just they friend shaped, and Mammal Swine, well, isn't as strong a design in my opinion, is still good.
I think you mean Pile of Swine.
Palace Swine. I can English. My words. I'm good. I can speak.
Oh, you know what? It's about 9 p.m. It's been a hot minute.
No, stop it, you motherfuckers, no! You're a bastard, man. I want you to know this.
I'm just doing my job.
I know. And you're doing it great.
The sarcasm in your voice tells me otherwise.
I didn't mean for it to sound sarcastic. I meant it genuinely. As a shiny. It's nice on Swine Up / Palace Swine. Yeah, no, their shinies are really good. I personally really like them.
Yeah, no, got some good shinies.
Alright, Corsola.
Corsola's neat.
I like Corsola a lot. I really wish that, like, Jotoni and Corsola got some more gun evolution as well, but I'll take having Galari and Corsola. Just, I don't know. There's something about the pink and the blue on it that just... And the little smiley vibe that it has that just... It just makes me feel like everything's gonna be alright. Remoraid. Yes, my favorite gun. can we put Swine up in the EP tier so him and Snorlax can be Sleepy Boy and Fluffy Plush? If he was an S tier, I would. Oh god, I would. But yeah, no, I very much enjoy Remoraid and Octillery. They're good Pokemon. I need to use them more. They are good Pokemon. Delibird.
I actually really like Delibird. I like the Santa Bird design. It's just a strong design, honestly.
It's a strong design.
Hey, yo, is that my boy Mantine up next? Absolutely. Send him high. I'd put him at least an A, but if you want to put him in B, fair enough.
I've never used Mantine.
I've used him so many times. I have never been done wrong by this guy. Surprisingly fast, good special attack, massive special defense, and good HP. Wonky typing that makes it hard to actually get rid of.
He's just a good boy. As for superior. Oh yeah. Speaking of S,
Knife Bird.
yeah, it's like Mantine's big weakness is electric, but really, that's like its only big weakness.
Listen, if you just have a ground type on your team, you literally have no fear.
Oh yeah. Dom, can I DM you something? Yes, you never have to add. Sit. Okay. Should have your response, Ubin. Please, just take care of yourself. Don't need to reply if you don't need to. I already did. Too late. Okay, but yeah, no, Skarmory. I like the Metal Bird. You don't have to respond if you don't need to or want to. I needed to and I wanted to. Okay, Houndoom and Houndour.
I like the Hellhounds. I know that Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl has kind of really soured your opinion on the line.
Yeah.
But my memories of using one on my team in XD and just how reliable it was as a teammate.
Yeah, it's still a reliable Pokemon, and I will never be mad at Houndour, the puppy. But Houndoom? Houndoom. This thing has killed so many Pokemon in Brilliant Diamond for me that would have been super strong and useful. That it had no right for.
I didn't even know it got counter as an egg move.
I didn't know it had fucking Destiny Bond! Mega Houndoom, however, still slaps. Speaking of guns. Yeah, no, it's a solid A. Like, it is just a good Pokemon. Pokemon Violet, Pokemon Metal Wings, aka Skarmory. Yeah, Skarmory's good. Alright. I have no need to explain myself with this next one.
Yeah. It's just giving them what they deserve, really.
Look at them. Look at that face. Would you ever be upset at this face?
Baby.
They're good. They're friend. You should stream Sporkle. Send me the link to that, please. We're getting emotional at Gen 4. Oh, we absolutely are gonna get emotional at Gen 4.
But I don't... Honestly, I think we might want to call it after we're done with Johto, because it is starting to get kind of...
Yeah,
as
we're
far as
getting
Gen 2
pretty
concerned.
late. Yeah, we're getting pretty
So-
late.
We will save where we are.
We'll do another stream for this,
We
but
will. Continue this another time.
But first, we have to finish Johto, which we have Donphan next.
Donphan's good.
You can either put the link in chat. If it doesn't work in chat, just DM it to me, please. Donphan is also an S tier for me. I am a sucker for this.
You're a sucker for the tire fence.
Yes. The hell is Sporkle? I am curious on this.
You're also looking at it on stream.
I know. A world of quizzes.
This is what we in the business like to call getting off topic.
It's quizzes and stuff. Like okay. I will definitely look into that.
Porygon 2. Do you think getting upgraded gave it any more thoughts behind its eyes? Absolutely not.
No. Instead
It
became
just made it round.
my digital duck is absolutely still my friend. It's quizzes and stuff like trivia with times and stuff. Ooh. Okay. It went from N64 to GameCube. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, Stantler.
I like Stantler quite a bit. I've used it on a few teams. It has served me quite well.
I've used it too, and I think it's a solid A Pokemon. I especially love it since, Weirdeer is now a thing. And it has some more utility now because of it.
It can Eviolite now, and that's just...
That's just neat. And lastly, it goes to
Weirdo.
Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, yeah. Smeargle. Okay,
What are you talking about? Clearly it went to a Bethesda game.
yeah.
But Smeargle, it is shaped like a friend. It's a dog. They're all shaped like friends.
It's shaped like a friend, but it's also a war criminal. That unfortunately...
it is kind of a war criminal that got Darkrai incarcerated for its crimes.
And I'm bitter on that alone, because Darkrai is one of my favorites. But it is a good Pokemon, and it is the versatility mon for a reason.
Tyrogue is easily like my favorite of the Johto babies. Or at least one of my favorites.
It's an easy A, and same with...
But that's literally just because my first ever playthrough of Crystal, the odd egg hatched a shiny Tyrogue for me. And that Hitmonchan was one of the all-stars of the team.
Entirely fair. Hitmontop, I just like Hitmontop.
Hitmontop's great. It's just a swell guy.
Yeah. Okay, Smoochum.
It's a little friend.
Smoochum is a solid B. They baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Elekid is great.
Elekid is easily an S tier from Dom. Why? Hey, no, we don't use that kind of talk here. Why are you saying that?
Don't you say that. They did also give you a Hydrate redeem.
I did do that.
Okay. Magby. Oh, I love Magby.
Magby is good. They're like two of the like Magby and Elekid are like easily two of the strongest baby Pokemon,
Yeah.
and they're just good.
And it certainly helps that they're decently strong for a baby Pokemon, considering you have to wait till 30 to evolve them.
Oh yeah, because I got rid of my Pokemon Sword file. It wasn't my main, but it was my Femc. No.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Oob. I'm so sorry.
Tank. Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that, dude.
Hopefully you can get back to where you are, or at the very least, it might complete nuts. Oh.
Oh no.
Dude, I'm so sorry. It probably erased when my SD card got corrupt. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry.
I feel that in my goddamn soul. If there's anything I can do to help, at least build your file back up, DM me and I will get you what I can. Oh, yeah, I'm playing Lake, screw this. But first I want to clean up the cat. Go do that. Miltank used to roll out. Okay, so I've actually used Miltank on like a team before. They are really good.
They're wicked fast for no reason.
Oh yeah. They are absolutely good and I love them. A fun fact, my cat has no teeth. Really?
Oh, that's not good.
That's
Less than optimal.
Yeah, it's less than optimal. They are Kirby. Ow. They baby. They just had to get extract. Oh.
Poor thing.
Poor baby. May they get all the loving and pets that they need and soft food. So they just eat wet food. Yeah. Wet and soft food for no teeth. Okay.
Now then, on to... I
Blissey.
saw you put Blissey in a high tier.
Blissey and
Fair
A.
enough.
Blissey's a good support Pokemon.
It is. The Legendary Beasts.
Okay.
I really like the Beasts. They're really cool.
Fair.
Even if roaming as a mechanic is dumb.
Roaming as a mechanic can bite me. But the beasts are all good. And birthday. Okay, Raikou.
Honestly, my personal favorite of the Beasts.
Ironically enough, it was the one that didn't get a movie, as far as I know.
It did not. It got a TV special.
Yeah. Raikou, I very much enjoy. Entei.
Entei's just cool. The movie 3, like the third movie, is probably my most nostalgic of the Pokemon films.
The third movie has no right to be as gut-punching as it is for its main villain, who isn't even a villain. She just wants a mom.
She just wants her family back.
She just wants her family back, and
And is too young to understand the damage that she's doing.
Yeah. Okay, guys, should I play Lake or RE2? Lake. Voiced by Dan... What the fuck do you mean he was voiced by Dan Green?
He was voiced by Dan Green, that is correct.
The fuck you mean Entei was voiced by Yami Yugi?
It literally sounds like Yami Yugi. I don't know where...
It's also been a hot minute since I've seen the movie, so I might be misremembering, but I don't remember him sounding at all like Yami Yugi! Should I play Lake or RE2? I'd say, if you want the least of two nightmares, RE2. Resident Evil, at least for me, is not that bad. Honestly, if it was not for the third Pokemon movie, Entei would be in D tier.
Really?
Yes. For one
Bad
reason and one...
experience.
What?
Let me guess. Entei was the roaming Pokemon you got in your first post-game playthrough of Fire Red Leaf Green, and you got Roar glitched.
No. Ranger.
Yeah, the Ranger boss fight against Entei is literally why I have never actually fully beaten Ranger 1.
I hate Entei for that reason, but that's, you know, the small thing. That's and the fact that you have to do that fight twice in game is such a pain in the butt. But
And the
Entei
fact that it's like stage 2 of a boss gauntlet.
it's stage 3.
Right.
It's the final fight.
I was blanking. My apologies.
Now you're fine. I remember vividly because that fight had me stumped for weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we
Yeah.
have Suicune.
Who's neat. Who's just cool. They're really cool.
Suicune is my personal favorite of the three, and
They were made a playable character in Pokken for a reason.
Yeah. I have all beasts in shiny. You should try Guardian Sides. I've played all the Ranger games, and all of them are really good. But the original Ranger has that burned into my brain of the entire...
Personally, my favorite of the Ranger games is 2.
Yeah, Shadows of Almia is great. Ukulele Pichu is peak. Oh yeah, no, Ukulele Pichu is...
Ukulele Pichu is just a friend.
It's just absolute gem. Okay.
Okay, yep, S tiers, here we go.
Larvitar. That...
Why did you do that? Did you not learn your lesson the first time?
No. If I scroll down a little too fast, it clicks for more than it should.
That's dumb. Pupitar is neat. Tyranitar is literally Godzilla, and yes.
I can't be mad about T-Tar.
Mega Godzilla or Mega Tyranitar is kind of a little bit of a step down for me, honestly.
Yeah, it's honestly about on par with Pupitar for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Both of the sequels get carried, Almia by the writing and Guardian Sides by Pichu. Oh yeah. Okay, and our final 3 Pokemon for the stream.
Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Celebi.
Okay.
Listen, if I had my way, Lugia A, Ho-Oh S, Celebi S, but I don't know your thoughts. That's fair.
I'm more of a Lugia guy than a Ho-Oh guy.
I've always been a Ho-Oh versus a Lugia. My first game was Gold.
Mine was... my first experience into the Johto games was... Crystal, and I always went for Lugia first.
That's more than fair.
And then Celebi... Celebi just has so... There's never been a bad... Like, when Celebi shows up in any of the Pokemon media, it's never bad.
Yeah.
I really like Ho because of where you find it. Oh, yeah, no. I just love the setting.
Yeah, no, the Brass Tower is super cool.
The Brass Tower is such a neat location. However, I like the Whirlpool Islands a little bit more. And I don't know, there's something about just, especially in... Gold Silver BS. Yeah. I especially love whenever you go into Heart Gold and Soul Silver and you go to the Whirlpool Islands and you have Lugia appear and it just bursts out of the waterfall with such grandiose and power. That just sticks in my head. And I love it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll forever love Ho-Oh. And all of that. I love both of the legendary birds from Gen 2. But
is Lugia a bird?
I classify it as a bird.
I think it's more of a wyvern beluga whale hybrid creature.
Something in that realm. Granted, I also remember Ho because of a certain animation versus Pokemon. That's entirely fair.
Entirely fair.
And then Celebi, there's never been a bad interpretation of Celebi whenever it shows up.
Yeah.
XD and Gale of Darkness, Celebi is such a major player because of what it does for Shadow Pokemon.
You said XD and Gale of Darkness. That's the same game.
Coliseum, my bad. But when XD and
Coliseum and XD, the sheer fact of the matter that they actually just added the GS ball as just a thing you can get in the Crystal Virtual Console on 3DS, so you can always get Celebes.
Celebi's entire presence in Pokemon Explorers, and just especially in Sky, where you get to control them as part of your team, is so good. And I know for a fact that if we do get a legend, if we get a Legends game set in Johto, Celebi is going to be a major player in that. I am so fucking looking forward to seeing how they're going to use that. Lugia equals anime OC Donut Steel. Actually, just...
I mean, it kind of was divine. I think it actually was designed for the anime first, and then they decided... Well, no, it was partially designed for Gen 1. The design was scrapped because it couldn't fit into the game. And then whatever scraps of the design were in the game were then used to finalize the design for the production of 2000, and then it was ported into Gen 2.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering its origin story correctly.
I think that is how it went, and just Gen 2...
So it wasn't all anime OC, it was, okay, the games gave it a starting point of, like, unused. Yeah.
It's like,
but, you know, the anime kind of finalized it, as it were.
It's one of those weird things where, like, when a movie is being made and there's a tie-in video game that's being produced beside it, usually there'll be, like, scrap points in the movie that the main character is supposed to go through, but they'll get translated into levels because the people who are making the game, the movie, have essentially one script that's constantly being edited and one complete what should have been the full movie script but had to be cut down because of time and budget constraints. Which, ironically enough, I learned that was a thing of all things from a playthrough of the B-movie game.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah, no, apparently there
Okay, you kind of sounded choppy on my end for a bit there. I don't know if stream heard you fully, but it sounded to me like, oh yeah, no, a cutting room floor plan was to stream a playthrough of the B movie game.
No, not the B movie game. I got that movie for my class gift. Okay, that's an interesting way to get the B movie. But no, there are levels that were in the B movie game that were from the original script, but the original script got cut down because of time and budget constraints.
Right.
So those levels tell the full story of the movie, while the movie was essentially the abridged version. It's weird. It's funky.
It's a fascinating bit of film trivia.
And, like, as far as I've heard, like, they do that for a bunch of other movies as well, because, like, you know, that's just, unfortunately, a thing that happens. Alright. But, yeah, no, we finished up for now. We are at... another hydrate. We finished up Johto, and that took way longer than it should have, which entirely I blame Kanto for, because Kanto gets so many new forms, it's not even funny. It is actually crazy.
He's dying, chat. He can only stretch so far. Jen did not eat the gum gum fruit.
This is some Sans is secretly Ness stretching, guys. Ugh. Where's the 1 minute blinker team? Shut the fuck up. Or the 10 squad. No! I refuse. I don't care if someone drops another 5 subs. Don't. That, I would not add that as a thing. Then Wreck push. No. I appreciate that you guys think I'm strong enough to do that. No, I'm not.
We don't live close enough, and I don't think he's strong enough to bench me.
I'm fairly sure I could, but I really don't want to try.
Mate, I weigh about as much as you do.
I probably could. But I would probably gas myself for the whole day. It was unintentional. It was unintentional. Everyone just decided to dump teams at once. Yeah, it happens.
Oh no, I did that perfectly intentionally. I did that with full intent. Let it never be stated that I did that unknowing of what I was doing.
I think Dom could bench like 2 Ubayashikis. Maybe. Alright. But I feel like we should probably call it for the night.
I'm thinking similarly.
If only because I once moved to get some time to spend with his GF. I have stolen him long enough. But we will pick this up some other time. Where we will start with Gen 3.
Yeah. It might be a little bit before we get to do this again.
Yeah. But let's get a stream.
Let's get some screen caps just to make sure that we know exactly where we are.
I'll get some screen caps. I'll get some screen caps afterwards. But for next, let's get a channel to raid going real quick.
Let's see who is available for the raiding.
Ooh, we got somebody who's doing some Monster Hunter. Kari Kitsune. Alright. So we'll go ahead and raid them, and then we will call it for the night. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. Thank you all again. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the night. I hope you all have a good one. And treat the new streamer nicely.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.